Well, you know, you go through this huge intro and then you forget to undeafen the bot. Well, we'll do it again. Welcome to Zelda Speedruns, everyone. And since this morning we're bringing you the Scrubs Season 3 Qualifier, formerly known as EU Weekly. Bringing you all that will be Sonic and Devin. How are you two?
Doing fantastic for the second time today.
Doing okay considering last night still.
It's alright, you're just getting a do-over here.
We were actually repeating our conversation almost exactly the
same. Yeah. Do we want to talk about last night's seed whilst we wait for people to ready up?
We certainly could.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to just give a brief overview of what the Scrubs tournament is?
Oh yeah, so the Scrubs tournament is organized by the Scrubs Central community, and it is a tournament that is designed for specifically developing runners, as we like to call them. So people who maybe just started playing the game or just want to take their first step into competitive Ocarina of Time randomizer racing. And we're creating a competitive environment for those people to, get 1v1 experience in brackets and just, experience the racing scene firsthand and just get started.
The settings are made so that it is supposed to be a bit more friendly for the newer runners, the developing runners. Yeah.
We basically removed 40 and 50 skulls from the game because, skull routing is quite difficult and it stretches seeds. Well, it can stretch seeds pretty, the length of seeds pretty well. And also, the trade quest sequence is going to start with the claim check, so people don't need to be aware of the logical implications of needing to go to Sora's domain because prescription is weird.
We also disable 1500 horseback archery, which is... It can be a very hard skill-based check for newer runners.
Aiming in this game is hard enough as it is for newer people. And horseback is just... Yeah, it's really challenging.
Yeah, otherwise it's... If you've played League settings, it's almost exactly that, but we added the tricks back in.
Yeah, we're starting with lens too.
Yeah.
Last season we had tricks disabled, which basically covered everything in Shadow Temple after the invisible platform because people were struggling with that. But that led some weird situations with baits for lens in Way of the Hero locations, which was really strange. So we decided to start with the lens to get rid of that and also enable people to, cross the invisible platform. Right.
I think with League League trying out start with lens, it was a nice thing, and I think that was what. Yeah. Isn't that what you guys decided was a good way to, it was a good thing to try in that case?
Yeah. Start with consumables is because we are using the random spawns from Season 4 of the main tournament, right? As a base.
Yeah, you based it on Season 4, but you can also consider it a base of League.
Yeah, League is also based on Season 4, so everything is just there's a lot of similarities between the settings.
Yeah.
Also, we have a 4-medallion bridge. We start with Free Zelda, which is the best setting in the world, period. And it looks like we're starting with Minuet as a child today. And
So Minuet as a child, light medallion. It's a decent start. I would much rather personally start maybe with... If I was to start with a medallion, I would want to have the first medallion because that's a free song.
Yeah.
But Starter's Child is decent.
Minuet start is fantastic, honestly. You can get 2 songs freely, basically. You can like you have a guaranteed quick way to Deku, which is open in these settings too.
Yeah.
So like there's a lot of stuff you can
give me Saria's song as soon as possible. I want to get that bunny hood. with a minuet or nocturne start, just please give me Saria's as soon as possible.
I mean, you could also still have a hard way to get to market.
Yeah, but it's just that is true. But if you're going between CAC and market, it's not that far. I would agree, though, going to Lost Woods can be a bit tricky.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, with one of these starts, I would love to see Saria's song early, just so I can get that bunny hood, just so that... Even though I don't rush bunny hood, so that you don't have it in Deku Tree, it's really nice to have when you're in Jabu and when you're in the well as for just running around Hyrule if you need to.
I'm actually not... Oh.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, it looks like we're waiting on 2 people to ready up, so...
Okay.
Just more
hopefully we'll get going soon, but enjoy the fill, and I'll talk to everyone after the restream.
Okay. I'm not a defender of bunnyhood. I feel like... Well, it really depends. Like, if you can do everything on the way and Skullmask is hinted early and has something, and you have Sarias with while you're there, I think it might be worth grabbing. But most of the time you're just going to lose more time that bunnyhood makes up. Like, rolling around and back rocking is not that much slower.
I mean, that is true. I just like having the bunny hood because it does, you do have that speed up. And it can make things a bit nicer. Yeah.
Which, fun fact, was actually not an original feature in the vanilla Ocarina of Time game. It was a feature in Majora's Mask, and the developers of the Rando decided that it would be a good idea to put that speed up in this game as well, which is it's nice.
Yeah, it allows for that sort of dilemma of, do you want to get the bunny hood, or do you just decide you're not going to go for it? It's not worth the time you're investing.
Okay, let's take a peek into the race room. It looks like one person is still not ready. Yeah, I mean it's almost, we're scratching 100 people again. Like, this is insane. We got 101 people yesterday on the qualifier, and 97 today, which is amazing. There's a lot of, just looking through the list, there's a lot of newer runners, as well as a few seasoned veterans of this game. So, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, looking down this list, we do have... I can see a few people in this list as well who raced last night as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and...
Yep, looks like we're going.
We are off.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Although not yet, because it's not start. Okay, we've got half a minute to...
Half a minute. We got delay, but people are starting now. You're right, I forgot about the delay thing. Has been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got Puckles, Jackstronomy, Enigmatic Hylian, and Bossage on restream today. Let's see how these people are doing.
Yeah.
And there we go. And we start in the Zora shop.
That's a interesting place to spawn. It means that Jabu could be a stone with ZL on OOT, or subsequently other Jabu Lock ZL shenanigans.
Kylian is actually the only one who plays Minuet immediately. And getting a... Oh my god, okay. Okay. So, the first hint that Enigmatic Hylian read was Zora's Domain is a foolish choice, right? That's fantastic. But like everyone else seems to go down the river, at least for a little bit. And then, like, remembering they have Minuet. So, Minuet play, like... And there was, like... Where was the Mirror Shield? There was a...
Shield is, invisible. It's the,
the Shadow Floormaster, right?
Yeah, Shadow Floormaster. And we also find out that deep in the wasteland we have some Deku Nuts, which means that Wasteland is our fourth foolish today.
Okay, Chaka's deciding to check the stones here before heading into market. Probably doing like a 2-song route here.
Ooh,
Deadhand has the scale. 30's dead this time. Water Temple's Way of the Hero as opposed to yesterday. Zora's River's Way of the Hero 2.
Box 2 is nothing, and apparently ZL is on
Look
OOT.
at that hookshot. Boss is just going to get the hookshot here in Zora's River, which was hinted Way of the Hero at Temple of Time. So Boss is actually going to nab that really quickly.
We have OOT ZL again. We have
Really? Really?
Yes.
Oh my fucking god, please. Sorry for swearing here, but this is like the third or fourth seed I've heard from. Back to back with the LNOT. Like, how is this possible? The randomizer is clearly biased here. Wow.
I'm sorry. Just what is this start? Like,
yeah, this is going to get really interesting. Like, let's. No one has checked the medallions yet, but we know that Forest and Deku are stones. So Forest is yeah, we need to do a stone forest again tonight.
yeah. Yeah, it was Stone Forest last time. We have a hammer. We have a quote-unquote explosive sword.
Wow, is this like another like semi-jet at this point? Like, starting with hammer is really, really strong. And Kag's Way of the Hero and water.
The sky, sky is blue.
And the sky is blue.
Your profile picture is a water tool. Do we need to go any further?
That is very true.
But yeah, we have Water Temple as a stone, which means you can beat it without
you
ZL.
can beat it without ZL, but you have to come back. Because it's Way of the Hero.
Water Temple's Way of the Hero?
Yes!
What?
Dude, I love this already. We're like 4 minutes in. This is fantastic. I'm amazed.
Devin, you cursed this run. When we were muted, you said that you wanted hell. You just given them hell.
This isn't hell. This is like, at least we got the information. And Spirit Temple is foolish. So Spirit Temple and Water Temple have actually swapped their foolish and Way of the Hero states from last night. Yeah,
I'm glad
like,
Spirit Temple is.
Like, there could be an item in an early check in water. But like one check in water can be like, ZL's water means that you can grab 2 item checks logically, which being compass chest and a map chest, I think.
It's the room with the Shabam. Is it Shabams?
No, you mean the sea urchins, right? The spikes, I think they're
The spiky ones, yeah.
That's the map chest.
And you can also do the gushing water, which I think that would be compass.
Compass is where the stingrays are. Also, everyone's
and prelude straight off the bat. We're going to be looking around Hyrule quite nicely.
A nice contrast to yesterday too.
Yeah.
And Enigmatic Hylian really pushing the progression here without knowing. But like doing Deku early on is always really good. It seems like the stream is super choppy for me though. And a bomb bag in Deku Tree. That's amazing. Well, we got hammer and bomb bag.
Okay, so we can now ground jump. We can now not have to rely on doing glitchless jumps to do B1 skip if we want to stay out of logic.
Sorry, we can hear me typing.
It's okay.
I'm trying to.
Foolish locations have no progression items. That's not strictly true. In general, yes, that is true. But if a foolish location has a item that could be progressive or way of the hero, it's because it's a duplicate. For example, it's your second or third bow.
Yeah,
And
it has to be locked though by the
Yeah.
by the first instance of the item logically.
Yes, it does have to be locked by the first instance of that item.
So like you could like choose a Goron city to get a bomb bag from Hard Water in Foolish Goron City if your first bomb bag is available before that.
Yeah, both of it. So, whilst in general, yes, if it's a foolish location, it won't have any progressive items. In reality, it could be, it could just be your second copy of an item that is hard locked by that same item.
But that only goes for items that don't, like, if the second instance does not unlock more checks like Longshot or more strength upgrades.
Yeah. We could have a magic meter in Spirit Temple.
We could.
Yeah. If we do, then that tells us that the check that magic is in is hard locked by magic.
Yep. Well, Spirit Temple Foolish is a really nice hint because it has a lot of checks that take a lot of time. So, well, like once you find the essential keys, you can just basically leave. That's really good news.
Yeah. Because who cares about this key logic sometimes? Even though our runners have sort of done other things sort of in or out.
To refresh again. Stuff running on my PC, so it was slow on my end.
They're all they're all converging to do Deku Tree, just at slightly different times. So
yeah, so Shadow Warrior, this uses the Scrubs settings, the Scrubs tournament settings, not to be confused with Scrub Sanity.
No.
Which just for this weekend, we're running qualifiers for the Scrubs Season 3 tournament here on ZSR. So the settings are slightly different. We have an open Deku as opposed to a closed Deku. We don't have the Scrubs on. Yeah. Exclamation point settings for the settings. But it is wrong, right?
that's the weekly one. That's not.
Yeah. So, well, I mean they're basically the same except for like certain checks are disabled to make it more beginner friendly, like 40 skulls, 50 skulls, 1500 horseback archery.
We're starting with lens, which I don't think we start with.
No, not in the weeklies, in the league though. That's
Yeah.
It's actually kind of finicky to like if you raise a lot of seeds with settings that are just ever so slightly different, you can get confused really quickly. Like League, Scrubs, and the current weekly settings are pretty close to each other, but they're not exactly the same.
There we go.
That's the first Goma down. Everyone else is in Deku Tree, and Jackstronomy's on the Goma fight as well, just broke a stick. Let's see how they will do this fight. Oh no. I missed it.
Yeah, I think Jackstronomy accidentally swung the Deku stick as well, so they were dealing less damage as well.
Yeah.
Which means that they are going to be a bit slower beating this, but
Yeah, but
The
they're still
time-
smiling though.
Yeah, the timing to one cycle Goma is very tight, I guess.
Yeah, there's two different strategies too. You can just spam crouch stabs in the right rhythm to just stun lock her, or you can throw it like do a fast hit and then throw a second nut to get the second stun in. Which is the way I prefer to do it because it's more consistent, at least for me, and I value consistency a lot more over actually like saving a second or something.
I'd rather take time loss if I fail the one cycle, especially if I have a slingshot and enough sticks. I just find that going for it tends to be better for me.
That's Flames in the Composer's Grave are dead. Also breaking the stick here and go into the Goma fight as well.
It's not an intuitive trick, broken stick. If you're playing it casually, but once you know how to do it, it's fairly easy to set up. And
There's a couple of places where it's really handy too. Not only on certain boss fights, but also when you want to farm a lot of skulls in Night Kag. Like you can get a broken stick easily by just going down the slope and then jump slashing the wall to your left.
Now, Bossage, as Chap pointed out, Bossage did get that one cycle.
Very nice.
Which is really nice.
That's the first dungeon of 8 to complete.
You remember back in Season 3 and Scrub Season 2 and all that, when people were more familiar with Open Deku, and Deku Tree used to be the first dungeon people would complete.
Yeah.
Yeah, you either rush Deku or you just do a 3-song route. And I guess with the start we had today, we have a similar situation.
Yeah, it's actually like a little throwback to the good old days. Right? I mean, minuets, like, we're not starting in Kokiri Forest fixed anymore, like we used to. That's a tray away from the hero, okay. But like minuets start. That's why minuet start is so powerful, because like Deku and in Midas House and Deku Tree are just like there's so many checks and you can get a song along the way, and like it's just statistically a very good play. It has a good chance of having items.
Yeah.
So like I can't really blame them. Like
I guess the only change then for this play in this case is that you're doing other stuff before/after doing the Deku Tree. You're not just rushing the Deku Tree because you're there. You're doing other things because
like,
it's
you
just
have to kind of plan with it, right?
Yeah.
Fire arrows
Ooh.
in Child Goron City. That might actually come up. Not entirely sure, because we know that we need Dins eventually because it's AD, but Dins, well, it's not in Composer's Grave, so it could be in Spirit, Firelock in Spirit, or
What,
like...
Dins?
Oh, Wasteland is dead too. Yeah, I was thinking about like Dins being locked by fire arrows, so maybe fire arrows are not that impactful, but maybe they are.
Yeah.
Can't tell.
It could be a case that, Dins is in Ganon's castle.
Oh, Shadow Trial too.
I
thought Wasteland was dead. Pretty sure it was hinted.
Yeah, Wasteland was hinted dead.
Yeah, the chest. It's not hinted foolish.
It's not hint. It's the fourth foolish
it's
location.
the same thing, except for like you don't really want it to have it. Like it's okay as sometimes, but like as a foolish one, it could just ruin your day.
It's the same with OGC being foolish, I guess.
Oh yeah, or Hyrule Castle foolish. It's not.
No.
Like this scene seems a little bit similar to the one yesterday, where we actually we started as adult, okay, but we started with Minuet. We have an AD with Forest as a stone for ZL. Like
Yeah, the only difference between those two is that in this case, Deku's a stone Deku and Water were stones. In the other seed, it was DC and Jabu that were the other stones.
yeah.
Also, it's not a 30 skull seed, no.
The creator's melody is Bolero. That's a hint.
That is vanilla.
That is vanilla,
Like-
but we have the hookshot and bombs, so well we can get that.
Yeah.
It's not that important to route in, I guess, because like you can like it's a vanilla song. You go there,
Yeah.
that enables you to come back, so like you might as well just go there later. Like
I'm curious as to why why all of our runners are doing this, the Goron Maze's child. I'm pretty sure they don't have hammer. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, like one person has a hammer. I think Boss
Yeah.
has a hammer.
Yeah, oh yeah, hammer was in Zora River, that's why. So
Wait, hammer was in Zora's River and hookshot?
I believe so.
Wow, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Like, and that's a free shot on the Deathmont Trail. I wonder if that's Way of the Hero.
that could be Way of the Hero. Even though Future Unit Requirements is on, that could end up being the Way of the Hero item, which...
Climbing the trails, like going down the trail is wild.
Ooh.
Seems fair. Like when you're in Goron City already, like you kind of want to do that. But Bossage is going to be able to be way more efficient with the routing because, well, hookshot and hammer, so you can just like clear all of Goron City. Like you can even beat DC with that and save some bombs. Like Enigmatic Hylian is really low on bombs with 2 bombs right now.
So I guess given where we are at with the runners...
It's chickens! Sorry, it's chickens!
Wait, we've got chickens!
Chickens already!
We have chickens!
Well, Kak is Way of the Hero, so I can kind of see it.
Yeah!
But at the same time, I would prefer to do adult Kak first.
I would probably do chickens before going to Well, because we didn't spawn in Kaka's Child. Doing chickens now seems... It's a long check for little reward. If it pays off, it's brilliant.
Yeah, I
If
feel like
it
the
just-
time of day for Enigmatic Hylian is really good here too, because it's like in the evening. So he's going to do chickens here. Then he can like wait for a couple of like seconds outside to make it nighttime, and then route a couple skulls and also get the Dampe digging check, which is sometimes incredibly hard to route, especially with no adjacent spawns or Nocturne available.
So, in this case, yes, doing chickens would be it is a good play, because
I think it's fine.
how likely are you to come back at a decent time of day for chickens?
Yeah, like
You
you
might-
can essentially like clear the child part of Kag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, like, well, bottom of the well you might not have to do.
We've also apparently found out that Fortress is foolish.
Yeah, that's 2 checks. Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'm starting seeing the river Way of the Hero, and they might actually be going up the river here. Did we see a Skull Mask in though?
I don't think we've seen
Because
Skull
people
Mask
are-
yet.
I've seen several people getting Heathen Mask already.
If you haven't seen the hint and you're in market and it's daytime, you
Yeah.
might as well pick it up. Like I said, I like to rush when I can Bunny Hood. Obviously, if Sarius is late, then I can't rush it, and I won't actually get it. But if
I certainly don't mind just picking up the mask before going to Kag.
Mm.
But like, it really depends on like the warp songs and stuff, because it might be hard to, like, once you gain the knowledge of what Skull Mask has and if it's something important, like, you might not be able to do it that quickly, so you're going to lose time.
Blast Egg, does Fortress even have a check other than membership card? Membership card isn't shuffled, so that's not technically a check, but you do need that to explore the rest of the fort. Well, to be able to do horseback archery.
Which is one check in these settings because we
Yeah.
have 1500, so and the rooftop chest. So we have like, that's 2 checks.
Market might be Way of the Hero. We have Aruto's letter
Oh,
and Bowling as the first.
you can. You know what? If you're not confident in your ability to KZ skip, you can actually just safe warp back to domain, hand in the letter, and be fine.
Yeah, I would not.
And we have Prelude too, right?
Yeah.
So that's like that's a no-brainer here.
Yeah, you don't really lose. Well, you're not going to lose any time really if you do that.
Yeah, not by much.
Don't call Tiris if we're rushing ice.
Yeah, but like we also have already have a pole bottle out of Lost Woods.
Yeah.
It's not incredibly important to hand in that letter if you can skip over King Zora's head.
Mhm.
No, there's no traps in these settings. Ice traps have been removed ever since, I think, Season 3 of the main tournament?
I think Season 3 main.
I think Season 2 still had ice traps.
I want to say Season 3 had ice traps, but on Foolish only. Because I remember League Test Season 1 having ice traps.
Okay. Oh, Jackstronomy, by the way, is probably going to miss time of day here. Going to London Ranch, but it's like almost night. This is going to be tough. And that's the tree. Yeah.
You've missed time of day.
That's heartbreaking.
It's unfortunate, but
yeah, time of day routing, especially with like, there's a lot of time of day sensitive stuff that you want to do at the beginning. Like you want to go to adult CAC during the daytime so you can actually get the entry check and don't need to leave it behind. And then like you want Epona song from London Ranch, the check. Like you kind of want to make sure to get these early, because if they are important or like if they are warps and it could have saved you a lot of time, you're just going to lose a lot of time. And also just leaving Lake here after doing child fishing, doing some Sulfur rule checks, and maybe pivoting into Valley here.
I somewhat like this. I tend to do Valley after doing Deku, because once I've done Deku Tree, I leave, and I do just a South Hyrule loop similar to in previous seasons when 3-song route was a thing. It just gets Valley out of the way.
Sometimes Valley is just the key to the scene.
It's a Sphere Zero area. You get 2 Sphere Zero checks.
Yeah.
I'd rather not risk it.
It kind of depends, though. Oh, that's a Rang is that Open Grotto?
Yeah.
So we got knowledge of Rang and Letter.
And we know Jabu's a medallion.
Yeah, we can just do Jabu here.
Yeah, we know it's a medallion because we know what our stone dungeons are.
I would actually not be surprised if Bossage goes to like Market after this, finds the letter on Bomb True Bowling, just does a 180 and go like safe warps into domain and just does Jabu. Like that will put him, like give him a slight lead in terms of progression here. Yeah, atop of Fire Temple is a strength upgrade. That's spicy.
That is a logical strength 2 or strength 3 there.
Yeah, that's locked by strength, certainly. But that's spicy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, also you really want to set up your Scarecrow now, so... like.
Yeah.
Going to Child Lake to set up Scarecrow is kind of a no-brainer, but we don't have Serenade this time, do we? Oh, we have.
Yeah, we do. Serenade is from Malin, I want to say.
Oh no, so that's especially rough for Jax here. Well, doing River now fixes his time of day.
Doing River now will fix the time of day. It will get them their hookshot. It will get them their hammer.
Wait, Enigmatic Island is skipping bowling? Oh no. Oh no.
Oh dear.
I can see why. Okay, Spirit is the Forest Medallion. Shadow's the Fire Medallion. Jabu is the Water Medallion. Shadow Medallion is in Fire, and the Dungeon's Cavern has the Spirit Medallion.
Interesting mix of stones and medallions.
Jack's buying some beans. Chuckle's waiting for time of day here. Yeah, going into Kag here to do the damper digging check in graveyard. Which is right.
Yeah.
The optimal time is right at the beginning of nighttime.
There's a 15-second window from when you hear nightfall.
Like 20 to 23 seconds around that. Like, it's not that tight. But sometimes it's just difficult to do.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to route in if you've got Suns and or Nocturne. We have Tunic percent. We have
all the shots are ready. Full wardrobe. Let's go.
Yeah.
Chuck is going to check 10 skulls here, it seems. Yep. And
If you have 10,
is going to get the hammer too. And that's the claim check on 10 skulls.
The MT is Way of the Hero. Kak is Way of the Hero. Is there a chance that to
become something on DMT though, didn't we?
DMT currently has Goron Tunic.
Oh yeah, the Goron Tunic. Well, Goron Tunic, that might be the Way of the Hero, but the odds are not that high because Goron Tunic's not that impactful. I mean, it's required logically to beat fire, but like if we find a wallet that's available on the same sphere or lower.
Can I just point something out? Because I didn't see where the Zora River hint was. Zora River hint is in Zora River.
Yeah, I think that's a like there's the second one is at Temple of Time, isn't it? I think so. Yeah, it's a Temple of Time. So we got 2 of these hints really early that might actually lead to River being hinted double Way of the Hero. I don't know how many Way of the Hero hints we currently have.
We have Water Way of the Hero, we have
River, we have DMT. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, Enigmatic Highly not getting the jump here. This is actually kind of tricky to do. There is a setup from the other side that's a lot less dangerous. Given that, like, this is a lot more precise. And also, well, you kind of need to get rid of the Octoroks if you don't want them to kill you while you're trying this. Enigmatic Highland is going to attempt this a couple of times. But, like, they might actually have a hard time here. Like, it's not easy. It's really not easy. And they got it! Nice!
That was what, second try?
Or third try or fourth try, I think. But still pretty good. Like, it's better to, like, take a little bit longer and get it than to just, like, not get it. And Hookshot is a really, really powerful item.
Skipping the hammer! No!
Wait.
Alien, turn back!
No!
Turn back!
Maybe he doesn't know that you can actually climb up there as adult. Maybe he's going to go back down here. That's the manager of Shadow Temple has the mirror shield, and he's going back down. Maybe he's going to do it on the way down. Like I could totally see that. Like you don't want to go down and then go up again. So like, he got us real good there. Not gonna lie. Yeah, he's doing it. He's doing it.
Yeah. probably more efficient. Something that I didn't
Just a
consider.
little bit more efficient, yeah.
Yeah.
And Bastard is actually going to get the letter. I wonder if they're going to do the 180 I mentioned earlier, just like save warp straight to. Oh yeah, he got the killer dog with him too. Like that dog, if you're not careful, can actually, like, if you're low on health, kill you. Like bomb to bowl, like the bomb is exploding on him.
Hmm.
Luckily, the dog itself is blast resistant. That's the letter.
I feel like everyone except for you and enemies are blast resistant.
Yeah, pretty much. Like the bomb shoe lady is like eating a lot of chews every time someone goes past there, right? So like, good thing she has that extra layer of protection.
Yeah, well, when people aren't happy with what you're offering as a prize, you do often
Yeah,
hate
we'll
bomb juice to the
raise
face.
people. Okay, Jackstonomy is going to get the serenade here. But wait, Jackstonomy did do. No, they don't have boomerang, so they didn't do lake into like valley. Not valley. What am I talking about? Hyrule Field, I mean.
I'm already lost.
And Chuckle's getting that hammer. And Boss, I was right, Bossage is actually going to read the hint, hand in the letter, go down here, catch a fish. No, it's skipping all the checks because he knows that domain
Yeah,
is
I
foolish.
think all our runners know that domain is foolish. We don't need to do it. I remember one race I did where I think my Jabu was very late, and I just decided to buy a fish instead of catching one.
I mean, if it's on the way, why not?
Yeah,
If you have the money.
I had the money.
Just
Would have felt really dumb if I accidentally opened the bottle and let it out too early, but I didn't.
oh, enigmatic Hylian, YOLOing the jump. Wait, that's a Dodongo's Cavern Wave the hero in Fountain. That's. Well, I mean, you're probably going to do DC, and you're 100% doing DC anyway because it's AD. But that's a pretty good hint. Well, like, if you find something good in there, it might actually lead you. Like, it depends on the quality of the items in DC. But... So we got all the way of the heroes now.
That's DMT. We've got
DMT,
water, DC, river. What's the fish?
a Kag.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, we have 5.
The Kag is always Wave the Hero, so like might as well not be hinted Wave the Hero ever. Because there's something in there.
Yeah.
Yesterday it was like 4 items in there. Like you got Requiem, Hammer, Bomb Bag.
Yeah, it's easy to forget that
and Longshot.
Yeah. But it is easy to forget that Kak is Way the Hero and Kak is always Way of the Hero.
Yeah. Wait, that's a wallet. That's a wallet on Adult Anju. That means that the Goron Tunic is not Way of the Hero. There's something else in Trail.
Ooh, is it
Flame Check might actually come in.
Now the question is it Storms Locked, ZL Locked, or
and that's a bow! Wow.
I'm struggling to... I'm just looking on all of my screens. I cannot...
Oh, if it's actually DMT Fairy, that's bad, because you need to do AD first, and then you got like a couple of more options that are just better than going climbing up the mountain to just get one check.
Hillaby, it's AD for ZL. It's the same as last night.
That's actually ridiculous, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Enigmatic Hylian doing adult stuff right now. And Bossage really pushing the progression here by doing Jabu, which I really like. Like, you can't always be in Jabu at the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, that is.
Okay, so Chuckle's going to get the letter here. But he does not have the rank.
No.
Jackstronomy, however, getting the boomerang here, which is probably pushing him to Jabu as well. So he's not that far behind.
For runners with a rank, then would you, because of where our war point is, would you do Jabu sooner than later, or would you wait until maybe a second child, to do Jabu? What would you do?
It also frees up the bottle, right? Like, we already have a bottle, but like 2 bottles are nice to have. It opens up ice, and like the safe warp, you have safe warp and prelude, so you can just like, you're not going to lose any time for doing it now over like, maybe you want, like, maybe if you don't have that safe warp, you want to wait for a scale, so you can actually go like skip the river. Like, we already went down the river. But like, with that safe warp, I would do it immediately every time. That's actually amazing. It doesn't lose you any time whatsoever, and it's guaranteed progression.
We're missing a strength upgrade to do forest. Although, if there's a strength upgrade early forest, then
yeah, I mean, with that knowledge you have from Pierre, if you're comfortable with skipping the one gateway that needs strength and fire being the block that you need to push, like if you can jump up there with a glitch-induced jump or ground jump, then you can actually get your first strength from Pierre and use that to do forest. I think that's a reasonable play. As long as you keep in mind that that's not your first. Like, you can just do some progression right away, and you could even find this, like, strength 3 in forest. Which then would be a strength 2, which enables you to enter spirit. Like, I don't see a problem at all. I actually like this. Like, the Scarecrow hit is actually really, really good to see.
I think we have hammer, we have bombs. I'm assuming our runners know how to ground jump.
Yeah.
In most cases, we have a Goron tunic as well, and we have a hook shot.
We also have bow.
Wait, where was bow?
The bow was on Impulse Cow.
Oh yeah.
So we can actually full clear forest with this, provided that is Scarecrow.
My thought is we can go do Fire Temple. We don't care that the strength that we get there is meant to be strength 2 or 3.
No, we just take it as the first one.
Yeah, we'll just take it as strength 1. We can then go and do Forest Temple.
Wait, so we found a strength already? Strength in Dukadango's Cavern, that's fantastic news.
That could be a logical strength 1, which means that strength...
That is 100% a logical strength 1.
Does that mean that strength 3 is somewhere deep in Spirit Temple, or...
It's not going to be in Spirit because Spirit is foolish.
Yeah. Could be in... it could be in GTG. It could be strength 2 lock GTG.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter though, like... well, we know that the second strength that's hinted, that it is 100% strength lock, logically. So... like... we don't need strength 3 except for something being in Light Trial or on the outside Ganon's Castle Fairy. So that's like, what, 9 checks in total? Which are like pretty much mid to end game checks. Depending on where the other strength is. So I wouldn't be worried about strength 3 because we're set, we are looking really good on Strength 2. Then again, Spirit will not have any items, so... Wait,
No.
and we know where the Mirror Shield is too. So we know when exactly we're going to do Spirit, right after Shadow. Which also means that Spirit might be Firelock, because we will have guaranteed Dins before we can beat it. No, not necessarily.
Spirit. The problem with Spirit being our last medallion is it locks 2 songs.
Oh, yeah.
If it locks something like Storms and Song of Time, that could be, it could be less of a problem. But
That
if it
tells
locks,
you a lot about the other dungeons too.
yeah,
Or like the other dungeons might tell you what songs you might expect being locked behind Spirit. But also it could be that Requiem is locked behind Spirit itself. That's like a decent chance, right? So you could actually say that crossing might be required, but doing Child Spirit is probably completely obsolete.
Wait, where is Adult Spawn?
I did not pay attention to that.
Speaking of Storms, we got Storms on Minuet.
Yep.
Top of Zor's River?
Huh?
Top of Zor's River is where... Are you talking about at the very top of the waterfall, or are you talking about inside it?
What are we talking about?
The Zora River spawn.
Oh, really that one?
You fall from the sky.
So like the Ice Cavern play is actually really attractive because you can just warm up there. But like you can't get in unless you have Hovers or ZL, so like maybe Ice Cavern is not even required this seed.
Or maybe it is. We won't know until
Forest
we...
is a stone. And water is a stone. We know that water is guaranteed. Not ZL locked. So we actually kind of need like Iron Boots and Longshot pretty soon, right?
Iron Boots and Long Shot pretty soon, yes. We could theoretically get away with Gold Scale Water,
Yeah,
but that just...
have one. Like...
Yeah, we don't even have one scale, and also that's just one check, which, if that's not your boss key, you need Iron Boots at this point anyway, so...
I mean, we know that it is a ZL's water. Every check in water is unavailable, except for map and compass chest.
Yeah, you can only get 2 checks without ZL.
But then we need to come back with ZL after beating water, because it's Way of the Hero. I'm really looking forward to seeing what item is actually in water. It could be Dins. So then you do 8E to get Dins to go into Shadow, and then get your Mirror Sheet into Spirit after that, because we already know where the second strength is too. We don't have magic though.
I'd be curious as to see where magic is, though, because, you know.
Oh, Boss is just going to get into... No, he realized that he doesn't have ZL.
Yeah, remembering no ZL, can't do Fairy Fountains without ZL.
I certainly did not play ZL in front of the waterfall yesterday when I didn't have it.
Oops.
Oh, and that's Requiem of Spirit is on Burning Hag hinted.
Okay, do you know what this tells us?
Spirit is not locked by Child.
Yeah, you can beat Spirit Temple without going Child.
Yep.
You just don't need to worry about this. This also means that, well, you're going to have magic anyway by the time you get there.
Because you know where Strength 2 and Mirror Shield are, there's no, like, you don't even need to take any risks to go over there, right? Or, like, you can't get screwed over by, like, the Fairy Fountain having, like, either of them.
No, it could be a case where the fairy fountain does have your long shot or your iron boots.
No, it can't. It can't be long shot or iron boots. Because the L is locked by water. So the
There's
fairy fountain can't have either of those.
Oh yeah. Oops.
Don't worry.
I can remember requirements, I swear.
Did we get anything else in the Dongos, by the way?
Not that I could see.
So
It's
just the strength.
just the
Well,
strength.
That's still pretty solid.
Yeah. We can now logically beat forest, we can logically beat fire.
Yeah.
Oh, we got bombs as well.
More
More
bombs.
bombs. I guess bombs would be, at this point, bomb locked anyway, so...
Chuckers is really low on bombs here. Fortunately, having strength and hammer really helps you with your bomb management.
And if you know the trick, having a bow for the collapsing stairs.
Oh yeah. Actually, that rarely ever comes up, honestly. Like, I think, like, I played this game more or less competitively for like, well, I played it for 2 years and competitively for like 1 year, and the amount of times I was like in a situation where I actually needed the bow to continue was like 2 times, like 2 seeds out of like between 200 and 300 seeds I've played. Like, it rarely ever comes up, but it's nonetheless, it's really nice to know.
But something even beyond the arch, something. Ooh, that depends on.
I mean, Spirit is probably your last.
Yeah, Spirit is most likely your last dungeon, unless Light Arrows is up there, or it's Strength 3. The Arch is most likely.
Oh
nothing.
yeah, you could certainly be required to beat Spirit to get Requiem to get an item off the Arch, or like no, it's not an item in Spirit Temple, so that would be like for 1 check, and you're going to see it immediately because you need to cross anyway.
Yeah, but most likely you're not going to need it.
I wonder why, like, we haven't seen Nocturne yet, right? Like, Nocturne could be in ice easily, right?
Nocturne could be in ice. Nocturne could be.
Opposer's Grave.
It could also be on Requiem.
It could also be in Requiem.
Yeah, requiring you to double.
Oh no! If Requiem is on Colossus, you have to cross twice.
If Nocturne is on Colossus,
Oh,
you mean
no.
Requiem. Because we have Requiem. We know where Requiem is.
Yeah, but it's locked behind Spirit, so you need to cross.
And because I've said it, it's going to
no.
happen again, isn't it? I've just cursed this scene.
Mirror Sheet and Shadow. No, you can't 100% be expected to cross without beating Spirit.
Yeah, which means you have to cross again.
Like Mirror Sheet being in Shadow, you would just need to walk over that twice, essentially. Like, that's 100% possible. Unless I screw something up, but I'm pretty certain it's possible.
Double dip water, double cross a wasteland.
Ah, yeah. A lot of hiking today.
The Valley Hammerocks are dead, so we don't need to worry about that. At least.
Wow. So the seed went from being logically pretty interesting to like potentially very painful to run. But like I probably wouldn't be mad about like getting all this info and like seeing how the seed develops, even if I was running this, because like this seems like a lot of fun seed, a fun seed to play.
It's definitely interesting, to say the least.
Like no one likes to play these like super linear jet seeds where you just like go from progression dungeon to progression dungeon, because there's nothing you need to really use your noggin on, right? I feel like seeds where you actually can think about all this stuff, like finding out while playing that water is the endless and all of that kind of stuff, like that's really, really interesting, and that's what makes the game so entertaining to play and watch. Especially watch. What's that?
That I do not know.
Was that a long shot?
Don't
Like
tell me that J-Bone, you put you. What? Why?
was that a hook shot?
I
Honestly,
want to say that was the hook shot.
that looked like a long shot.
Second hook
And
in.
Boston is going to grab that immediately, so there
Yeah.
has to be something, right? Not immediately, but like buying some more time here. That's the Hammer Rocks hint again.
Already, you think it was nuts. Well, either way, Bossage is going to
Boston
get a
is going to
closer
grab
look.
it. Like that was definitely not nuts. Oh, that's
It
nuts.
is nuts.
That's actually nuts. I mean, that's hard to make out from the distance, honestly. So
Yeah.
I can see why he was getting that, but I don't know why I saw a hook shot there.
Now, if I was Bossage, I would probably just do Fire Temple at this.
Yeah, it depends though. Like he got Bolero now, so he can come
Yeah.
back easily, and I think he needs to go to a lake and set up Scarecrow first because he knows of the strength upgrade. Yep, he knows of the strength upgrade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boston does not have the claim check though. And we know that there's still something on DMT, right? Like
Yeah. We know that there's something on DMT, whether it be Storm CL or Claim Check locked.
yeah, it could be Storm's luck too. Have we not seen the Storm's grotto yet?
No, we haven't.
But Bossage is going to get this here. So let's see if we did. Okay.
Oh, we did. Oh.
Okay. So it's between Big Pose, not Big Pose, Big Goron, the other big in the game. Big Goron or DMT Fairy. Yeah, Adult Andrew had thing. On restream, Claim Check is in the possession of hard to make out. Well, I know that somebody got it. Might have been Chuckles, but yeah, Chuckles has it.
Yeah, Chuckles
has 15 skulls already. Nice.
Bossage has his Goron tunic, so he's no longer going to burn up when in the Fire Temple.
And also he has James Hart, that's correct.
And we see Hylian diving into the Forest Temple. Do you think this is a good time to do Forest Temple, or are you going to put it off just a bit longer?
It's progression. Oh, Adult Fishing has magic.
Ooh.
That's just slightly annoying. But like, you're setting up Scarecrow, right? Might as well just...
Yeah.
That would take me a long time to find, because I just hate doing Adult Lake. Yeah, Enigmatic Hylian is in a position with, well, having strength and hookshot and bow. He can full clear forest, which is progression. So, like, I would just do it. Like, it doesn't matter what progression dungeon you do at this point if you can do one.
Yeah.
But, like, just forest is a really good play at the moment.
There's a point in a seed where you just have to rush your dungeons because it's progression anyway. You need to do them.
Yeah. And Jackstronomy is further investigating about Lake here. That's nuts. I will take that. Yeah, that's just enough. But, like,
Take it. Chance the upgrade.
Yeah. Also, he was pretty low. They were pretty low on nuts. So like, every nut helps, I guess.
I know you can just walk back up to do Forest Temple, but I'm interested to. Actually, no. I know why now. I'm looking at Jackstronomy's tracker, they don't have a strength yet,
Oh,
so
no. Where DC, like, do the DC play fast.
no.
Like, I would imagine they're actually on the way to DC from this position. Just get a couple of checks along the way with the hammer. And that's a fairy bottle. So we got 3 bottles already, including the letter. Actually, everyone has done like slightly different stuff in terms of progression, right? Like Bossage and Jax already did Jabu.
They've already done Jabu. Hylian is the only one in Forest Temple, whilst everyone else is doing other things.
So Hylian is actually ahead in terms of progression right now, with Bossage being right behind him. Like right after DC, Forest is just the best play.
Yeah, I would want to, with the strength we get from DC, I would want to go do Forest. Hopefully, we find a long shot and/or Iron Boots sooner than later.
And that's a big stabby, and completely missed that the first time around.
Yeah, Dumpy stole the Goron sword from the Gorons. Maybe that's no.
Maybe that's no. I think I know what you're getting at.
Yeah.
That's really dark.
Yeah.
So while Enigmatic Hylian is in Nap Temple, Bosses and Bossages, after being in the process of fighting Dodongo here, King Dodongo, and is probably going to follow into Forest here as well. And Chuckles is going to go check out DC, he's going to get the strength, and it's just going to do the same, I think. Like, that's the play that makes the most sense to me. Chuckles did DC already? You're right, Chuckles did DC. I talked about that like 3 minutes ago. I already forgot.
Yeah, Chuckles has the spirit frisbee, Devin.
Yeah, he does.
I think I forgot to pass
I pointed that out like a couple minutes ago, but I actually forgot. But I wonder why. I wonder why he's like going here. Like maybe because of the where DMT wave the hero like kind of wants to get it out of the way, and also wait.
I think
play maybe get Bolero while you're here, and then do Forest. I can get behind that. Like you need to come here anyway.
Yeah, it could be a Fire Temple play. Fire Temple being another one of your medallions.
Yeah, and getting a strength upgrade. Like, I think it doesn't matter personally if you do Fire or Forest first, like at all. Might be nice to do like Forest Temple into Fire Temple, because like you can just take the shortcut through Lost Woods to get here.
Yeah.
So it's like a minor time loss on Chuckle's side, I feel, but that's not too bad. Like, wait, he's leaving. Stop. Turn around. Oh wait, he was the one with the claim check, right?
Think so?
He's going to hand in the claim check here.
I can't remember who has claim check.
That's certainly like a tad risky. Just a tad. Because you're going up there for one check, but again, it's way of the hero, and you kind of have to like try to get an advantage out of like sometimes you have to just risk it, right?
Yeah.
Taking a minute time loss over like getting something that's really good that actually helps push you forward.
And now you've got Bolero, you can just warp back if you need to.
Yeah.
So
like it's a way that you need to walk anyway at least once.
Doesn't have Scarecrow either. Oh.
Yeah, so you probably want to do that later. And Jackstronomy is peeking the item on the wall, which is from this spot is a nut, clearly.
Yeah, that was clearly Deku Nuts there.
Also deciding not to go into fire here, maybe because not having set up Scarecrow, but like no, Jackstronomy did Scarecrow.
Yeah,
Also has they have the magic from adult fishing.
Maybe doing other things first? I don't know.
Okay, Biggerun. What do you have? It's hovers! Whoa! Okay.
That's pretty way of the hero.
We can actually logically no, we can't. We can't cross the wasteland yet because we haven't seen the horse yet.
We need either a horse or a long shot.
Yep. I mean, DMT Ferry could still have something. That would be kind of insane, but it could still have something.
Jackstronomy hasn't done the Dongo's Cavern yet. Wait, have they done DC? No, they haven't done DC.
They also don't have the claim check, so they're going to run past the hovers here.
Yeah.
But they got Bolero too, so that's not too bad.
Yeah,
they're going to go into DC from this position, I feel. Then going to get the strength, then probably going to head back to Forest. So we got two players in Forest right now.
Now at this point, I think we should wish everyone a happy 1 hour.
Yeah, happy 1 hour, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this so far.
Yeah. This has been an interesting seed so far.
A lot to talk about. The seed gave us a lot to talk about and speculate. It's actually really interesting. Like what's really interesting about this seed is like you get all the information, and then there's a lot of like reading between the lines that you can do to extract even more info out of that. Yeah, we need irons to get ZL because Water Temple locks it. So Iron Boots or Longshot cannot be on any fairy fountain.
A lighthouse could.
They could, yeah.
The Inspire could.
Oh yeah, so this is one of the instances where you don't really want to go to ice. Like you could break into ice using hover boots because you can skip ZL that way, the waterfall, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's a terrible idea at the moment because like you're not good. Like, most of the items you need are actually still locking. ZL. So doing ZL lock checks is actually not a good idea. Might actually just be outright foolish.
I mean,
the game was hinted on Dead Hand, which is yeah, Dead Hand in the Well has the scale, which also means that it's ZL locked, which also means it's locked by water, which in turn then means that there's no way to gold scale water. You are hard required to have iron boots. That's spicy. Oh, I love the sea, dude. I love it.
I'm trying to work out what could be in Ice Cavern that could give you any semblance of an advantage in terms of what we need to keep the seed.
Like, you want to avoid Ice Cavern like the plague. Seriously, you just don't want to go there. Yeah, last night was a seed that was worthy of being the first cross qualifier, but this one I think this one takes it to another level. I think
I know what you would be looking for if you were to go to Ice Cavern, and that would be either Din's Fire or Nocturne of Shadow. They're the only things that we need now.
That's not worth breaking logic for, honestly. Like, you want to check other things first.
Yeah, I wouldn't rush Ice in that sense. I would wait until I've got ZL and I'm looking for... Yeah. Although I'd probably do it sooner than later because it would tell me if I need to do... if I need to cross the wasteland twice or not.
Yeah, I mean,
Potentially.
we need to cross the wasteland 100% anyway. So I would actually be interested in crossing the wasteland as soon as possible to see if Nocturne is there and if I need to do ice at all, right? Wait, no, we don't know that. Now, if Nocturne is on Requiem, then we need to cross twice. But if it's not, we don't.
Yeah, which is why I would want to do Ice Cavern first, because...
Yeah, but like we want to do everything else first. Like I think you want to still cross before doing ice, honestly, because you cross once when you're fully equipped anyway, right? You can't.
Yeah.
Like we need to do ice. You're right. I'm talking nonsense. Eponus is locked by Longshot? Wait a minute. Wait.
Either way...
We know where Eponus is?
No. I think it's the case that the only song checks we have left, though we don't know what items are on there. Icy Waters, which is locked by Water Temple, and therefore locked by Longshot.
Yep.
Requiem check, which is locked by Longshot, because in that case it would be. Because it's locked by Water Temple, because we need to be able to do Shadow to do...
Longshot just locks the entire second half of the scene here.
Or Prelude check, which is locked by Water Temple. So
yeah.
Either way, opponent is locked by Water Temple, so we need Longshot to cross over.
Yeah. Well, that actually severely limits the places where Longshot can be in, which is actually good news.
But the bad news is that GTG could have our Iron Boots.
Yeah, you could. Oh my god, that would mean that you need Longshot to go over to get Iron Boots to go back to water. Oh. Longshot is just going to blast the seed right open.
Yeah.
Dude, the seed.
Jabo, what have you rolled? Seriously, what have you rolled? I guess we won't know until we also find out what's on 20 skulls. We need to... We've got 2. Basically, where is our Longshot?
Yeah, finding Longshot the game. There was nothing in Forest so far, right? Have we seen anything in Forest?
I don't think we've seen anything in Forest if we have.
Wow. So, basically foolish Forest Temple at this point.
Part of me wishes we were on Scrub Central, because we could then use the bullshit bot command on the bot.
Actually, now that we're talking about it, I want to give a huge thank you from the Scrub Central community again to ZSR for hosting our first 2 qualifiers here this weekend. Well, and with having about 200 people trying to race here in 2 days. That's actually amazing. Like, we attracted a lot of people with this. I'm really happy for this.
I would be interested to see, how many unique people are racing today. Well, between today and yesterday, because looking through the list of people who are playing, there's a
couple who have played yesterday too.
Yeah.
But, like, we could certainly arrange that after the race. I mean, Enigmatic Hylian looks really good in terms of progression here. But they're missing the Rang. So they can't do Jabu yet. Like, having done Forest is huge. Also, Jabu didn't have anything important either, right? It looks like all of the important stuff is just going to be in overworld checks, well, except for the strength. And Jack's probably getting the plane check, probably not going to think too much of it. Like, I don't feel like if you have just been up there, you want to go up there again to just hand that in. But like, hover boots are not incredibly important right now.
You don't rush it, but you don't just orphan it either. You don't ignore it.
Yeah. You can just do it after fire, I guess. That's a really good time to do it.
After fire, just before fire, there are good times to do it.
I would just do it after fire, because like you warp to fire with Bolero anyway from this point, and like you would need to leave the crater and then play Bolero again. But because beating fire puts you in the position where you can actually just like go out there again, you don't need to play the song twice, so you can take a couple of seconds, needing to warp one last time. That's like optimization.
Oh no!
Oh no! Okay. Phantom Ganon, calm down. So we don't need to. Well, we probably still want the PS strength still. Like, you're not going to leave that behind, right?
At this point, the only thing that could be strength 3 locked is Din's Fire or Light Arrows, so I'm pretty sure we may not need to do Pierre.
Yeah, but like, let's look at the medallions again. We already have, like, we have the knowledge of being, like, we are able to do. Wait, we are able to do 4 medallions. We can do Fire, Jabu, DC, and get the free one. So we actually have access to Ganon's castle already. So you definitely want to grab that strength upgrade, because like, the tools you need to beat water might just be in Light Trial. Honestly.
Hold on. It could also lock Long Shot or I am. Didn't think. Oh, come on.
I mean, I think that's actually pretty good. Like, I would actually like to see Ganon's play as early as possible with that strength 3, because that's so many checks. Ganon's castle has like, what, 8 checks in Light Trial alone?
Yeah, Light Trial has 8 checks. It's basically half the dungeon.
Checks are what? So 14 items, I think. Let me quickly look this up.
It is basically half the dungeon, because there's 2 in Spirit Trial, 2 in Water Trial, 2 in Shadow Trial, 1 in Forest Trial, and you've got the boss key chest. So yeah, it's literally half the dungeon.
Yeah. It's also right here. There's 1 check in Light Trial that you cannot get because it's locked at that point. But that still leaves 11 items. 14 checks, 2 of them are keys, and 1 of them we can't get, so 11. And that 1 check can also not be a key.
We also can't do Yeet Fairy because we don't have ZL yet, but that could again be Light Arrows or Fins.
So, imagine you go to Ganon's castle without ZL. You get all your tools to do water, and then you go into water. Then you beat water, and then you have to come back with ZL to Ganon's castle to get like another check. Also, we could probably determine from this point what's going to be Way of the Hero in water, and that's like Din's, right? Like, that's the only item we need, except for Light Arrow.
It could still be Long Shot in Water Temple. That's Way of the Hero. It could.
Oh no, you're right. That's terrible. Wait, no, it cannot.
Can't it?
It cannot, because, well, it would have to be in the one within the first 2 checks.
Yeah, but it's 2 checks as your boss key and your Long Shot.
Yeah. That would actually be fantastic news, but
so
it's me.
Japo, what have you rolled? Please, just tell me what you
go. Like, I wouldn't want to go into water without Long Shot, honestly.
Kinra, we start with Lens.
Yeah, we have the lens, and we have the magic too. OOT cutscene has Zelda's Lullaby, which is, as always, fun.
Which scene would you rather race, Devin? This one or last night's one?
Oh, I mean, having played last night's one, I would actually want to play both.
You'd want to play both?
Like, this seems so funny to me that I would have wanted to play this. But like, sitting in the booth here with you is also pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm the best thing. Like,
yeah.
Commentating on a seat is the next best thing. after playing it.
Yeah, if it's a good seed, yes. If it's a pretty bad seed, then it's going to be boring for us. It's going to be boring for the runners. It's going to be boring for
Oh yeah,
chat.
Jack's going to show us Fire Temple here. That's fantastic. We have not seen Fire Temple yet.
Hey, we're finally getting Fire Temple finally.
Yeah, so you could actually go from Jack's position after fire, like right to Ganon's castle without the strength 3.
Oh.
I think I wouldn't do that though. Like, you don't want to do that.
I think for me it depends on where the boss key is, and if
No!
I say that we find why? Why?
So you need to climb in fire for the strength on Pierre potentially. Oh, that's so bad.
We have access to chicken and hover boots, so we can technically not even have to climb.
Oh no.
Oh, your password's next to your computer phones.
Yeah.
The best fire boss key location is where you're.
This
where
is
you're-
the best and the worst Fire Temple boss key I've ever seen. Because you still have the strength hinted on Pierre, which is really important. Might be really important.
I'm still going to climb.
Yeah,
I'm going to climb
100%.
because I know Pierre has my third strength. I have access to Ganon's castle.
Yeah.
I'm most likely going there next.
From the point of view though, like, they don't know that there's a strength in forest. So, like, doing progression after progression makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, like
Oh, Jackstorm is getting troll hold here. That's oh no, the bomb hit the head too. That's going to be a pretty slow fight. Yeah. Hello RNG. Thanks for helping us out here. Not.
But no, I would still climb. It opens up the shortcut, so if you need to do deep fire, you can do deep fire.
I
But
want to get the strength out of there, but I'm probably going to just rush Pierre, get the strength, and like
yeah,
maybe open the shortcut. But like when you're doing Pierre, you can just open the shortcut first.
yeah, open up the shortcut, get that second strength. Obviously, we know there's a strength on PG, but you know, Jack Astronomy doesn't know that, and
I mean, we're going to have the Morpher key pretty early because it's guaranteed the unlock, so it's in one of the only 2 checks that you can actually do without lowering the water level, which is Compass and Map Chest.
yeah.
So that's a guaranteed early boss key, but we know that we might actually need to go back into water with ZL because Water Temple is way up the hero. Unless like Longshot is in the first 2 checks as well.
What if the long shot is in the first 2 checks, but there's something else in Water Temple, like
Oh,
like
items
Dins?
involved?
Yeah, like having Dins in there as well.
Yeah, do you really want to go back and full clear that?
I wouldn't.
I mean, at that point you can already do Shadow, right? No, yeah, it depends on if you have Dins. Oh, this might actually be very bad.
Oh
Knocked
dear.
from Dins and knocked him from Go, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Glow mode, right? Have we
And
seen
Glow.
light arrows yet?
No, we haven't seen light arrows.
Wait, no, Enigmatic Hylian has the light arrows, right? It's on their tracker they have light arrows. Light arrows on target in woods? Isn't this the second seed in a row that has something required on target in the woods? Magic is on adult fishing.
I'm concerned about this seed.
Okay, Chuck is going to set up Scarecrow here. And hopefully getting the magic from adult fishing too.
Yeah. I like the setup Scarecrow play from Hylian because we know that it will get them the magic and therefore the third strength.
Dude, I would have skipped adult fishing so hard. It's Din's confirmed. Why is Din's confirmed?
It's not necessarily Din's in Water Temple. Like we said, Longshot could be in Water Temple because there are 2 checks that are not ZL locked. It means that the key logic is interesting.
I mean, Longshot, like, I mean, it's actually reasonable to just go into water at this point. Well, as soon as you can with Iron Boots. Because, like, just, like, if the Longshot is there, like, that's just the worst thing if you just spend the entire season looking for Longshot, and then, like, it ends up on the one check that you pushed it back to, like, after you, like, you don't want to go into water without Longshot. But then again, the 2 checks that you can do are not Longshot locked, so I feel like that would be a very good play once Iron Boots show up. And Jackstronomy is climbing to get the strength.
Yeah.
Well, we really have to hope, though, that they go and do Forest next to get strength 3 before heading to Ganon's, because that's like a huge swing in momentum.
Even Jackstronomy's position, I don't see them doing Forest Temple yet.
Oh.
And the reason why I don't see them doing Forest Temple yet is because you've unlocked Ganon's castle, and that's...
I would honestly argue against that. Because Forest Temple is guaranteed progression, while Ganon's is not. Like, Ganon's is just completely optional.
But Ganon's
you really want to get your progression out of the way first, in case you find something along the way. Like, there's 2 main reasons why you want to push progression, well, over other option areas, and specifically overworld. A, what you have done that you need to do, like, you don't need to worry about that anymore, and it might actually give you a lead to anyone else who's, like, doing something else instead. And second, if you find an item along the way, that actually cuts your time that you're spending in optional areas as well. So that's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So doing progression at some point is really, really important, and doing it early too.
Yeah, I can see that argument, but in my opinion, Ganon's castle is fairly quick. It is not going to be... you may have the chance of having to double dip it because of, strength 3 being required. And we know where the 3rd strength is. Yeah. But it's fairly quick. I would probably do Ganon's castle first in Jackstronomy's position.
I mean, that's personal preference, I guess. I think it would still be a slightly better play to just do Forest. But, like, as long as you, like, do Ganon's and then Forest immediately, I think that's fine.
Since Forest isn't changing Go mode or full clear mode,
you can do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good argument. Like, if you, like, Forest, you need to full clear 100% anyway, because it's very linear, and it's progression nonetheless, right? You need to do it. So, depending on if your Go mode is in Forest, you might have just done a completely optional area, right? Like, just theoretically speaking. So, like, I don't think you want to avoid Ganon's for too long, but going Forest definitely comes first.
Fair enough. I think had I done Forest first, then things would be a bit different anyway, because, you did Forest first.
Nice ground jump from Jackstronomy here.
I personally do a different method for the ground jump there. I shield drop the bomb, turn 90 degrees, and then walk backwards to set up the ground jump, just so that the explosion doesn't actually hit the switch.
There's a lot of ways to actually do that. I do, if I do use a ground jump, is I just go to the very left side of the block facing it, and then drop the bomb there. You don't even need to push the block. The bomb's not going to touch. Like, the explosion's not going to reach the crystal switch. But then there's also this, like, fancy, like, you jump over, she drop a bomb, and then just, like, walk towards the bomb, and that, like, puts you positioned in a way where you actually get the jump. So it's basically glitchless jump with the help of a bomb, and then that also triggers the crystal switch once you're off the block. But that's, like, It's easy to miss if you're not consistent, and it loses a lot of time if you fail it. It's like if you don't feel like doing stuff like that. That's again, it again ties into the point it touched earlier, where you want to like use things that are consistent in a race rather than, well, the fastest that you're not really 100% consistent with.
Consistency is key.
Yeah.
So.
And that's a nice clean kill by Chuckles. Well, Baja is dead.
Don't need to worry about that anymore.
Yeah.
For
Also,
Chuckles.
So Jackstronomy in this position will get their strength 2 from here. But Chuckles will probably climb to get strength 3. But they don't have the rank yet, so they can't even get into Ganon's castle. Like,
No. Does Chuckles even climb? Is the question here. Yes, you know strength 3 is there, but do you even climb in Chuckles' position, or are you hoping the rank is somewhere else?
Yeah, that's tricky. That's certainly tricky. Okay, it looks like Chuckles is not doing it. Chuckles is not climbing. Well, as Jackstronomy, like, they know that it's their second strength, which they need eventually anyway.
Yeah.
So this might actually, like, if there's something in that trial, this might actually work out in Jackstronomy's favor here. Enigmatic Hylian is just now... Oh yeah! Enigmatic Hylian never went down the river. Wait, they did, right? They played Minuet. They have a hookshot.
Checking,
they did this.
They're checking frogs in the rain.
Yeah, it's just going for frogs in the rain here.
Yeah.
I was a little bit confused. There's a lot of stuff happening, in my defense.
It's a 4-person restream. It's hard to keep track of them when we're only 2 commentators.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are going to miss things. We're going to talk about things that...
And that's why we got Chad to help us out.
Yeah.
Getting a couple of tokens here too, on the way to Pierre. Jax is going to grab that strength upgrade.
Hopefully get up to 20 sooner than later. We know 30's dead, but, you know. Now, I didn't know that it was possible for you to do Pierre without having the hook shot. The hook shotting that pillar. But then when I saw people go the long way around, when walking around,
you can certainly do that.
Yeah, I didn't know you had the time to do it. So
I actually like going around because you need to aim less.
Yeah, I might try the walk around method a bit more because it is definitely better. You don't have to aim.
Realizing he doesn't have ZL. That he has hover boots though. Well, like I feel that's I think that's good now because he does not get baited into ice.
Like it's not intuitive. Once you know it and you know it's super free.
Yeah.
Hover boots into domain is an easy trick to learn and to
opening up a shortcut here. People in chat were wondering why Jax is continuing. Makes a lot of sense to open up a shortcut, I guess.
Yeah, if you haven't already, I'd also check the other Goron in this
maze,
in this maze.
Okay, they're climbing back up. Okay.
Yeah, they're climbing back up.
What plays Chuckle's going to make though?
By the looks of thing. Is this a? It's not a child Gorn City play. It's not going to be a.
It's not going to be a river play.
Is it a? Is it a? No, it's. Is it a?
A storm
Is this
simulator.
Is this a well play?
Oh, that's a Lost Woods play.
That's a Skullmask
We
play.
have not seen the Skullmask hint yet.
No, we haven't.
Oh, so if there's something on there,
Ooh.
not even more spice. I can't handle the spice, dude. I can't handle it.
Unhinted Skullmask.
Yeah. I actually
City.
like that play.
Yeah.
Given how many hit stones we've already seen, that Skullmask hint might actually be very hard to come by. So I don't mind this at all.
Also doing Target in the Woods, which will get you.
There's a milk bottle in fire.
We have bottle percent. We have light arrows on Chuckle's side. We are freeing the Goron. We are friends to the Goron. We are gonna let them go. We don't care if it wastes about 10 seconds.
I mean, if you leave the room and come back, they are gone.
Yeah.
So you
But that's
really
not-
mad. Hashtag free the Goron. Okay, Skull Mask. I'm really curious now.
That torch slug is. That was evil torch
That
slug.
torch was out for blood.
Yeah. Had to be the last torch slug as well.
Yep. That's nothing. Okay.
Okay,
But-
Skullmask gives us nothing. We don't need to worry about it. Unhinted, we still check it, but you know.
Yeah, I don't mind that play at all.
Yeah. We're skipped. We don't need a scale for Jamu access. We've already.
We can safe warp.
Yeah, we safe warp into the main.
Yeah. Oh, it started to rain really heavily outside. Good thing I'm inside, huh?
Now, Jackstronomy has decided that they're going to go into Deep Fire. Would you go into Deep Fire or would you go elsewhere?
I would not want to go and climb any higher in fire. I would want to do my progression. And that's a scale.
I
That doesn't change
mean,
anything. I know where
it
the
needs-
other one is.
actually, it tells Hylian that the last two checks are keys, so they're leaving. They know they
That's
don't need to do any more.
That's true. That's good news, but you could have skipped that. Like, I don't think the scale does anything in the sea. Or did anyone of you see what's at the bottom of Lake Hylia?
I didn't.
Because I certainly didn't pay attention. Yeah, I like Bossage's play here, going
Yeah.
for the strength 3. Because, like, he also has access to Ganon's castle with the 4th medallion, so he wants to make sure he cleans that up in one fell swoop.
Yeah,
Or
like
90%
but-
of it.
it makes more sense in Bossage's position to go get the third, to get this third strength.
Before going to Ganon's,
Yeah,
because you don't want to Ganon's and then go back.
you go to Ganon's, don't get anything until in Ganon's. You then get your third strength. You then go back to Ganon's. You actually get something that's time loss.
Okay, so
Of a
I would
significant.
still like to see Jackstronomy go into forest here, but like they're walking, so I don't know what they're trying to do here.
Walking. I'm
Like, where are they
thinking.
walking?
I think they're walking to Storm's Grotto.
Yeah, the Storm's
Um,
Grotto. And
Might as well do it now because
from
you.
this, yeah, you're here already. But from
Yeah.
this point, I really want to see them play Minuet here, honestly.
Maybe after doing this check, they would play Minuet.
Chuckle's taking a break, chilling with the windmill guy. Oh,
Yeah,
very
this is
cold in
it's
the
a
middle.
forest play. Jax is going to forest.
Okay, here we go. Still. So who's ahead in terms of progression now? I would say
I would argue Bossage is in the lead.
Bossage has a pretty good lead here. Like Bossage is at least a whole forest temple ahead of Jack's Astronomy. Mine is like a little bit in fire. I would actually argue that Bossage might bail once they get the strength 3, and then just rush cannons.
The commentator, we know that we don't need to do more in Fire Temple after getting that strength.
Yeah, we know,
but
the runners don't.
No, and it's definitely a gamble orphaning Deep Fire but if you've already opened up the shortcut, then it's a safe gamble to make. If you need to, you can just come back.
Yeah. But like you could also just skip. Like we've seen, you could also like that's definitely a risk that you want to consider. But I feel like that it's a totally fine play to make. Just like get strength and get out of there. Honestly. Like in like open races like this, if you want to really go for the win, you want to take some risks. Like, just playing safe all the way is not going to get you... Like, it's going to get you a good time in the seed. And it's going to get you, like, probably consistently good times over, like, the course of multiple races. But you're not going to go... Like, you're not going to get the win if you don't take any risks. So, like, leaving, like, 2 items in fire behind, if like, the rest of fire is completely optional, I don't feel that's a bad idea. In general. And Chuckles is actually in the well right now.
Yeah,
it's an interesting play for sure.
I've yet to see anything useful in there. Well,
yeah.
It's definitely an interesting dip. Probably going in there looking for that boomerang because we know it's.
Yeah, they don't know where the boomerang is.
Yeah, we know it's in Open Grotto.
This is actually like their most checked dense location right now.
Yeah.
Is really scary.
Even without ZL, it is quite check dense, and you've got 2 keys already. You can go and do.
Well, we need a third one, or like the third one is in the basement, but then
we need a third one logically.
Yeah.
We don't care about logic too much.
I mean, you could go into the basement. Like, if the third key is in the basement, then you could go into the basement with a bomb bag. Oh, he doesn't have any nuts. Yeah, that I saw that coming. Rip shield.
Goodbye shield.
Getting another shield. Okay.
Wrong shield.
Not the one I would have liked to see here, but
yeah, that is the wrong shield there, unfortunately.
So will Bossage bail after doing Pierre here?
In Bossage's position, I would take the risk and fail after doing Pierre.
Yeah, opening up the shortcut first is fine, but like,
yeah,
after Pierre you got no business in there. I mean, it's a calculated gamble, but.
And because you've opened up the shortcut, you don't lose too much time.
One item left too. So like going up there for 1 item, which takes several minutes, I would rather want to do more check-ins in faster areas. Just playing the numbers game, essentially. So Jackstorm is going to be the last one to beat Forest here. But they have already have 4 medallions. They are going to get the strength 3 here. And that will probably point them towards Ganons. I really want to see Bossage go to Ganons next, after getting the strength. And Enigmatic Hylian is done with Jabu here. putting them at 3 medallions. Yep. And probably they're probably going back and do fire here.
Let's check, and does Bossif have?
The claim
check
check
is on-
was on 10 skulls.
Yeah, and Bossage does have claim check according to their personal tracker.
Yep. Maybe they're just doing it after fire. I could totally see that. Still. But given that you play Bolero from this, or like any WoW song from this position anyway, it doesn't necessarily have to be Bolero. Like that's something you can. With going back into fire with how early the boss queue was, that's actually really rough. It's like they're continuing to like. Okay, Chuckles just picked up the boomerang.
Yep.
That's good news, and they immediately save warping to beat Jabu. That's good news for them. I don't think there was anything else in Deathmont Trail other than the hover boots.
Hover boots, we had
Oh,
the
the
Goron
Goron
tunic,
tunic,
but
The Goron tunic doesn't count because you can buy a Goron tunic with the wallet you get from Adult Entry, which is
yeah. No, Chuckles is finally able to go do Jabu.
Yep. I really wonder what's with the hero in water. I'm so curious. I want people to find out, but we're still missing the heavy duty boots to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Sometimes when you jump from the waterfall in Zora's Domain, you like hit the rocks down there really hard. That looks really painful. But that you definitely hurt your head there. And boss is
Yeah.
picking up the scale too. No harm done. Going for one item, like, just checking combos just for one item is probably fine.
Well, like
And
I
that's an
explained
arrow.
with,
Okay.
like I explained with Draxtronomy when they climbed, it's a case of there were 2 keys left in the dungeon. Those 2 keys have to be on highest score on and on what's the on Flare Dancer chest, hammer chest. So in this case, yes, I do agree. You know that the rest of the checks are keys. You can just bail from there.
Yeah. Alright. So boss are trending in the claim check here. Getting hover boots too. But like, what do hover boots do at the moment? Like, they literally do nothing. They are logically required for you to beat the dragon. Probably. I didn't pay attention to the key logic, but
I think they could be logically required to beat the dragon. I don't know.
oh, Jaxtronum is actually using hover boot strats here in Forest. Fuck. You can actually save yourself for done optimally. You can save yourself from pushing the blocks all the way if you use a combination of ground jump and hover boot strats here. If you don't bonk, like, you don't necessarily need a roll, I think. But that only works if you ever need to climb once. If you need to climb more, just don't do the second roll. You're fine.
I don't use I don't do hover boot strats in Forest Temple. I much prefer to push the block. But I obviously do a different route, and I don't know how to do the hover boots trick. Well, the hover boots less trick, I should say.
Hover boot less trick where?
Where you meant to logically use hover boots to get to the to get to the floor master. If you need to get your second key there.
Oh, you mean the recoil strat?
Yeah, the recoil.
Yeah. I mean, You need hover boots. Like, hover boots are hard required to do that. Like, even if you're able to do the recall, you cannot do it without having strength and climb. Like, because you need to climb up there and you need to push the
Yeah.
bar. Well, like, if you have strength, the recoil strat is fair game. Oh yeah, Bossage does not have fire arrows because he never visited Shadowgora City, so he's going to leave Shadow Trial 2 behind. But Bossage is in Ganon's with Strength 3, so let's see if Longshot and or Iron Boots show up here. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Trial yields nothing. So, but we can do, we do get 10 out of 11 items out of here.
And yeet!
We could actually get all 11 items if the ZL locked check is actually a small key.
It cannot be, because you... Wait, no,
You only need... There are only 2 small keys.
need one, you're right. You're right.
And you only need one, so it could
Cannot
be the
wait.
second.
Also, we could find Longshot in here, and then we can do Shadow Trial 2 immediately, because we have hovers.
Yeah.
So not too bad, I guess. You really want... Like, the Longshot is just going to open the seat wide
Wide open, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, last check that we can do Light Trial for now. Nothing! So Strength 3 was actually completely pointless, and Bossage is going to go in here and going to realize that, yeah.
You need ZL.
Strength 3 bait. Very true.
It might not be bait, it might be that Dins is on Yeet Fairy, so...
Or, yeah, that could actually be...
Or it could be ZL locked.
I mean, the one strength had to be Way of the Hero because it locked the other two.
Yeah.
But that doesn't tell you anything about Light Trial being required or not. Like, it legit doesn't tell you anything.
But it's hard to say. It is hard to say.
That's the other key. So only that and Forest Trample and Bowski Chest. Oh, there it is! Okay, we found the long boy! We found it!
Okay, so this means that Din's Fire has to be in Water Temple.
Yep.
Um,
we're in no mode, right?
We don't know where Iron Boots are.
Oh yeah, you're right, the Iron Boots. Yeah, I
The
forgot
Iron
about
Boots
that.
could be in GTG though.
And we know that we cannot gold scale water because one of the scales was hinted to be ZL locked in well. This is evil.
This is evil.
This is really evil.
Oh no. So,
I feel like GTG would be a really good play after this.
yeah, you make the GTG play after this. You look for the Iron Boots. Once you have your Iron Boots, you just leave because you'll be told where your light owls are, most likely.
Okay, so we got a bet going for where the Iron Boots are, so get your guesses in.
I'm pretty sure my prediction of GTG is already being taken up, so I'm just gonna meme.
I mean, you could just bet a specific check in GTG.
I'm not being specific. I much prefer generalizing, and
Yeah.
so I'm gonna.
We can do Shadow Trial 2 here too. And that's a condom. That's Neighbor's Love on the Bosky chest in Ganon's castle. That's a safe warp. So Shadow Trial 2. I want to see Shadow Tile 2 play here. Like, you want to get that while you're here.
Yeah.
You really do.
I just mean with Water Temple. I know it can't be in Water Temple, but you know.
Going full meme.
Yeah. Somewhere that makes us curse out the Seed Roller. Horseback Archery is dead because Fortress is dead.
Yep, Fortress is foolish. Hinted. Oh, no one has done chest minigame.
It could be... Yeah.
Well, looks like... Yeah, it looks like everyone has the magic, though. That's... Oh, no. Chuckles is just trying to jump a little bit too early, because the platform takes a moment after getting hit to actually fix itself, to be jumped on.
Definitely not intuitive. Well, yeah. I've fallen for it a few times myself, so it's...
I actually never realized until recently that, like, I always took... oh, that's for Raws. That's nice. You could potentially set this here. Like, if you get this before climbing up, you could definitely set this in, like, the tower.
I would prefer to keep it for...
Shadow?
For Shadow Temple.
Yeah.
But at the same time...
Oh, that's actually very important if you, like, if Nocturne is in... Wasteland, also if you need to cross, because you can set for Raws and then you'd only need to cross once, right?
Yeah.
That's actually really good.
That would save you time, but...
Like, with for Raws in hand, I would actually prefer crossing over doing ice. If I get the chance. Honestly.
Can I point out, we have a bet for Schrodinger... Cat chest. I'll just call it cat chest because I can't say Schrodinger's at the moment.
You just said it pretty much correctly. So, a little bit early on the boomerang throw here. You want to just wait a tad longer. And too early again. Sometimes that just happens.
Yeah, being...
Because if it's late, you're going to miss it, so...
Baronade is not easy to do quickly.
Okay, got it.
That looks good.
Nice. And that's Baronade down for Chuckles, putting them at 4 medallions too. Looks like Bossage is actually going for the GGG play here.
Like I said, I do like it. It's most check dense location.
We haven't seen Song of Time yet, have we?
No, we haven't. At this point, Song of Time is locked behind Water Temple. Song of Time, Nocturne of Shadow, Epona's Song.
We can't cross.
No, Song of Time, Epona's Song, Nocturne of Shadow, Saria Song, all locked by Water Temple somehow.
Yeah.
And bosses.
Yeah, crossing is like once you're able to, that's like the play you want to do.
From Bossage's position is could Tectite have anything besides light arrows? It can't have Dins because you've no Water Temple's Waft, you've got your long shot. You know Iron Boots can't be in there, you're missing Dins, you're missing Mirror Shield, but you know where that is, so other than lights it can't be anything for Bossage.
Hammerworks was hinted at, there's nothing on there. I think it was a blue rupee, I'm not entirely certain. Doesn't matter.
Hammer rocks were hinted dead. I can't remember what was hinted on it.
But they are 100% dead. Animatic hiding is going to go for the strength upgrade and on Pierre too.
Yeah, again, you're hunting for items. Ganon's castle is open.
Yeah.
You might as well get your third strength or second, or depending on where you are.
Yeah.
It just saves time doing it now than
We
having to
talked about
double
this
dip.
earlier though, right? Like, I wonder if it's reasonable to just like go into Ganon's without climbing fire first.
If you do it that way, you're risking.
You're risking doing something in Light Trial, and Light Trial has
Yeah.
a big hitbox. So,
Like Light Trial is half of your checks in the dungeon.
but like it saves you. It would save you from like climbing in fire.
Irons!
Okay, that's irons.
Bossage! No, don't go.
Bossage doesn't know.
Bossage! Oh, Bossage doesn't know either. Oh no! Bossage! No! You don't need to go any further.
Oh, so Bossage is actually in a really good position, but he lacks the knowledge of where stuff is. So,
You know, I would bail on the basis that you're going to be told where the light arrows are anyway. You've got your iron boots. You can now do water temple. You can get your ZL.
yeah. I
Um,
would so bail here.
You can therefore go and get Nocturne of Shadow quite easily.
The only thing that Bossage is missing at this point is light arrows, right?
Yeah, well.
So, like, go for the light arrow hint.
Oh wait, no. We're missing. Other than this fire.
I know that water's way of the hero, and we're still missing one item, which just has to be that.
So. So yeah, it would be a pretty safe play to just orphan the rest of GTG and just hope light arrows aren't here.
At this point, you just want to cross.
Yeah.
And rely on the light arrow hint to, like. I mean, what else could Water Temple Way of the Hero be? It could still be bait, right? Like they have we seen a Zora Tunic?
Yeah. Zora Tunic is in Gerudo Valley.
Like, we know where the boss key is. So, like, that would actually mean that there's something in Central Pillar then. Like, there's actually no bait potential anymore, I feel.
So...
but we don't have the second wallet.
Looking at the items that Bossage has, we are missing Din's Fire out of and Lighthouse out of everything we know that they know and have. They have one unresolved Way of the Hero in Water Temple. Therefore, Din's Fire in Water Temple.
Why wouldn't you cross, though?
I would cross just in case they're Nocturne, and because you've got Feroz, you can set Feroz in Spirit. But
I would so cross here, honestly.
Yeah, I would cross. Nah, I wouldn't be doing more of GTG. Is what I'm trying to get at here.
Oh yeah, the Graveyard Song could also be Nocturne. That's true.
Yeah, but that's also locked by
ZL.
ZL.
We currently don't have ZL, so you kind of want to cross from this spot on, so you... Well, you're already very close, anyway. And Ice is definitely going to be the last one.
Yeah. Like, you don't rush Ice unless you're gambling. No, you cross mainly in case that Nocturne is on Requiem, because Requiem is on Burning Cack.
That Feroz is so handy.
It is. It means that our potential double cross of the Wasteland only becomes a single cross.
Yep. Yeah, Requiem is locked behind Spirit.
Yeah, we were not requieming today.
Yeah, but we know where Mirror Sheet is, and Mirror Sheet is in Shadow.
Yeah.
So it's just conveniently placed along the way when doing a progression.
Draxtronomy, you need to activate the switch. That switch. There you go.
Actually, Chuckles and Jackstronomy are both in Spirit Trial at the moment.
Yeah.
And both have found the long shot too.
You might as well full clear. You're still looking for iron boots.
Yeah.
You just know that you don't need to do. You just know that Din's Fire has to therefore be in water.
Yep.
At this point. But yeah, happy 2 hours, everyone.
Well, everyone. The seat doesn't seem too bad.
No, we're in no mode because we know where everything is, more or less.
Very true.
Who won the bet?
I think VXR won the bet with like betting GTG early maze, but that's like the only check that was bet on in GTG at all, so that's like the closest.
Oh yeah, VXR won because of GT anyways. Just looking up in chat. Just. So. But yeah, we do need to track down Nocturne and possibly Song of Time, but like we've said, we have an idea as to where songs could be. It's just we need to find them first.
I mean, Bossage still is in a very good position, but they just did a lot of GTG, and I think at least someone else is probably able to avoid. Oh, doing horseless big pose here.
In this position, this does not make sense to me for Chuckles because you've got long shot. You're missing. It's the same thing again. You're only missing Din's Fire and Iron Boots, and you know opponents has to be locked behind ZL.
Yeah.
Most likely, unless opponents ends up being crossing the wasteland, in which case, you know. So doing horseless doesn't make sense to me.
Eating a pole. Talk about soul food. Oh my god. That's a joke and a half. Congrats.
Do they end up gaining health or losing health for eating the Poe?
I don't know. I think a Poe can either reduce, like, do 1 heart of damage, give you 1 heart back, or give you 3 hearts back.
I think it can deal up to 3 hearts of damage.
No, it can only deal 1 heart of damage. but it can heal up to 3.
It can also just do nothing.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it can do nothing. Also, again, it depends on what your health is.
Well, I don't think drinking a poke can kill you. Yeah, it's based on RNG, what the Po does to your body, I guess. And Enigmatic Hylian picking up the long shot here too, so no one is really that far behind. Everyone has 4 medallions, everyone has long shot. And Bossage has done GTG, which cost him quite some time here.
Mhm.
But he's still in the lead if he's crossing.
Yeah, I think if Jackstronomy does fail after getting those iron boots, then they're not in the lead on restream, but they definitely caught up.
Yep.
Like, significantly caught up.
So will Jackstronomy bail here after finding irons? I sure hope they do. Like, that would make it really close between Bossage and Jackstronomy.
They're bailing. They're
setting
setting.
for Raws here and bailing. I can see that.
I
But
kind of like it.
what do you do from here though? Like you can go beat water. Yeah, you can actually go and beat water.
Just go beat water. Go get your ZL. Go find your Nocturne. I would.
You literally lose no time from that.
I would have crossed first, mainly because then you can set your FW in Spirit.
I mean, you can also get ZL here. But like, what do you do after that? You don't have a quick way to any of the other songs. I agree with the play. And having set for Rose and GTG is you lose no time at all. You can just like go dip back into water and use for Rose and you're back where you left off.
Yeah, I would have. I would have preferred. Actually, I would have preferred to cross first. Is my only.
Oh, not checking compass before map chest. That's brave.
Hmm.
I would have actually checked compass first because now he needs to come back.
Yeah.
There's also potentially one more check that you can do here if you have tubes, but I don't think that's worth it. Well, I think you probably want to do it just in case. Like you need a small key, like you get a small key from there. And that's Song of Time on Requiem check. So Nocturne is somewhere else. Nocturne is the unlocked.
Okay.
Did Bossage set for Raws in Spirit though?
I don't. If they're warping away, I would assume they did.
Yeah. Nocturne can be an ice on the Composer's Grave, right?
Yep. It can't be anywhere else at this point.
Add ice to the locations that we still need to visit, and that's the boss key on map chest. And using the tube here, I can get behind that. Because it's Way of the Hero, just because of that.
Yeah.
Like if Dins is just in this check, that's huge. Nope, that's a key.
Just a small key. I guess I'm eating a bit of humble pie here because you don't need to cross the wasteland twice.
Yeah, you don't.
So
Just need to cross once. Because Nocturne was not on the Requiem check.
yeah, I still would have crossed anyway, just as a because you're in the area. You can then set FW in Spirit. You don't need to, do anything else. Yeah, boss key was going to be early. We knew it was going to be early, so
Yep. So let's see if this is Din's. Like, Din's is somewhere in here, but like, you need to go child, get the song, and then go adult again. So good we have Prelude. If we didn't have Prelude, dude...
it would be slow, especially for...
It is an item here, but it is not the item we were looking for. So it looks like we're going to come back into Walter with ZL.
What if Morpher has...
Morpher could have the item. That's true. Well, so we found one item in here, so there's 3 items left.
Yeah.
If Morpher just has Dins, dude... Ah!
An erratic Hylian is just going to kill the Iron Knuckles now.
Yeah, that's fair. Just go up there. Like, if you don't need Ferors anymore, just go up there and set it. Kill them and set it. But that also takes a lot of freedom with... Like, you're not going to climb up there to set it and then, like, set it somewhere else. And Chuck is going to open up this check. Chuck is going to bail as well.
Knuckles should bail because...
Chuck is bailing. Not even setting for Raws here.
This tells me they're crossing the wasteland, most likely.
Oh no, we're going Water.
No, they're going to come back later. They're going to cross later.
That's actually like that's it is a good play.
Yeah.
Just progression.
Oh. Morpher is a troll.
Sometimes Morpher is really, like the hitbox is really weird and like Morpher behaves really strangely sometimes.
Yeah, like I don't like fighting Morpher. And... There we go. Nice backup. A nice, clean second
Morpher is
run.
dead. And also we got a triple water temple at the moment. Like everyone is like in terms of logic and progression, everyone is like almost the same. Like everyone is really close. Also just actually now behind Jackstronomy here. Just ever so slightly. And Chuck is right behind them. And Automatic Highland is going to get the Iron Boots. Like GTG being the obvious play here.
Check density. Just check density usually rules, and Morpher has a small key. But in terms of our restreamed runners, yeah, Jax is in the lead.
Yep.
But it's a very close race between the 4. Just
very true. It's probably the closest between Bossage and Jackstronomy here.
Yeah. I would partially argue that Chuckles is slightly in the lead just because of FW in Spirit, as opposed to being in GTG.
Wait, no, didn't Bossage set it there?
Chuck-
Yeah. So yeah, Bossage already crossed. So
Oh, it's Bossage. Okay.
I think
In that case, I would argue Bossage is in the lead. So, but now we have ZL. Now we can get Dins. Now we can get Nocturne. Now we can go beat the game.
Yep. Yeah, Jack's playing Prelude here. Gonna get the song from AD. Also, this is a really fast ADC, right? Like,
Yeah.
we still need to do Spirit and Shadow, but like,
Well, considering
given where Dins is exactly in water, like we could be done in half an hour here.
Well, considering how last night's race was also quite a fast AD, it wasn't. Oh, it's all linear. There was thinking to it, but it was relatively fast for an AD.
Yeah, that's true. With like the first place finishing at like 240 or 283 or something like that.
Yeah.
38, not 83. Yeah. 283 is 323. Doesn't make any sense.
No, it's not 117 minutes. It's an hour 17. It's not that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, go moding Shadow isn't really a thing. It depends on key logic, but like we're going to see the maze anyway. I think.
Yeah,
We'll
we
do some
are,
of it.
well, we are quote unquote go moding Shadow. Once we have all the keys, we just go mode up to
And
the ping.
Enigmatic Hylian getting the Iron Boots here too, and setting for Wars. No wait, yeah, Enigmatic Hylian just dissolved the Wars that they set in Ganon's castle to place it here.
Right, with some magic.
Yeah.
It's understandable, you know. By placing it here, you're saying that you're going to cross the wasteland later, and if Nocturne
Wait
is...
a minute. Bossage is like has some of time from crossing, right?
Yeah.
So they're actually going to go and do river here. So to make sure that they don't need to come back, like they're kind of risking to like find the item on Darklink or River or Dragon.
And if it's not in either of those...
Like Zero might just be logically for keys.
Yeah.
I think that's a fine play.
And if you, if it's not on either of those checks, then you can just safe skim away those keys. You know, it's not the end of the world.
I was thinking why was Jackstronomy handing in 20 skulls here?
They hadn't already?
Well, they already have Zio. So they're trying to get the Nocturne from here. And they just picked up 20 along the way, that's fair. But like they don't have light arrows yet, right?
No, they don't. They haven't done target in the woods. But they're in glow mode. They could gamble. They're doing these checks en route anyway.
You could certainly go for the light arrow hint here, though.
Yeah. Go for the light arrow hint, but if you're en route to getting an item, you might as well get those items anyway.
So isn't Nocturne is either here or on ice, right?
Yeah. We've yet to find Din's VXR.
Yeah, there was nothing on the Darklink route.
So just checking Dragon Chest now. If this has Din's, then we're leaving. If this doesn't have Din's, then we're
we have to come back.
Yeah, we have to return
and
later.
We know that it's not even a logical but a hard required double dip of water. And that's a key.
It then not.
I mean, you could certainly do boss key chests too, right? Was boss key chest hinted? Did I miss that?
Boss key chest was not hinted.
Like you could easily do boss key chest.
You need to pick up ZL first. What was...
You don't need ZL for boss key chest though. You can just dive down and do it.
Okay. Bossage probably doesn't realise that. What was in Composer's Grave? I missed what that song was.
I did not pay attention. It was Apona's, I think.
It was
Apona's.
Oh, we need to go into... If it wasn't for the fact that well is bait.
Yep.
If it wasn't for the fact that well is bait, this is just a world tour.
Yep.
Like this isn't just AD. This is world tour.
Yeah, except for well, yeah.
Yeah.
Also have fun going child after getting the light arrow hint. That actually gives a slight advantage to Enigmatic Hylian and Chuckles who already have the light arrows.
Mm-hmm.
In that regard, at least. And Jackstronomy is back in water with ZL here.
You get to do all the ZL locked checks, you get to do the full loop. Or you're just...
That's a GTG play.
You're going to... What?
They want to cross to find Nocturne. Yeah, they want to get the song out of the way first. I don't think that matters too much, but like, you really want to get the Way of the Hero out of water first before you do this. Because then you have to play Serenade again.
Yeah. I mean, I would want to do that as well. Like, the logic could be looking for Nocturne, don't want to do Ice Cavern unless you have to.
Oh yeah, Song of Time.
Song of Time could also be there, so could need to do that. But it could also be the case that Song of Time is on Prelude, so you wouldn't need to do that.
Yeah. And Chuckles is gonna go back adult here after getting to the ZL. So back to water it is, I guess. And Boss is going to fish for the Nocturne here in Composer's Grave. Unfortunately, going to be disappointed. Like this is where a hint for the song in Composer's Grave, like we had yesterday, would have been really helpful.
Yeah. In Chuckles' case, the fact going adult without doing this check, without doing Composer's yet, you can do Composer's Grave as adult. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah. I mean, it's faster to do it as adult. And the item is hinted dead anyway.
In this case, it's faster, yes. Charging your sword does make it easier to see if you struggle, especially at night time.
Or quick spin.
Yeah. Is Jackstronomy on WeVC?
I don't know.
No. I see a frame per second counter on their stream.
Yeah, that's right. We still didn't find it, but it has to be Dins. Like Dins has to be in water at this point. There's no other item that could be there. I mean, it could be a Zora tunic for Dins in Central Pillar, but then it still stays in water. Like, there's no other item I think that we can still find that unlocks anything else. Chuckle's going in for the ice play here. I'm not sure about this play for Chuckles. You're go modding ice. You're just going to go for the song here. And he already has lights, and he knows that Water Temple is Way for Hero. So there's no like real drawback to this because you will need to do this eventually anyway.
Yeah, that is true. And have they crossed the wasteland yet?
I don't know. They don't. It doesn't look like they have Song of Time, so they.
No, which is why I'm a bit meh on this play.
I mean, it's a gamble certainly.
I would.
Given that we need to cross anyway, like you probably want to cross first, but I can totally see this.
I don't know, Chief. I think you cross first before you go to ice, just because you need to cross once anyway.
Yeah.
And if Nocturne was there, you wouldn't need to go to ice cavern anyway, and therefore.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't be so harsh. I would just I don't mind this play too much.
Yeah,
of course, like 100% crossing is better.
Yeah, I'm just skeptical of this play is all. I don't know, Chief.
Oh, all the keys are in the same spot here.
1 key's down, 2 keys down.
Using a ground trip here, that's interesting.
If you're not confident in doing the the vanilla jump, then it is faster.
But Chuckles is actually go molding ice just to get to the song because he knows. And Bostage is back for boss key chest. So let's see if it is boss key chest. So you wouldn't even need to be hard required to come back with the ZL, I guess. I don't think that the hints have necessarily ruined the scene for the viewers. I think like watching this and getting the hints and piecing everything together is just as interesting as watching people struggle.
Yeah.
And that's Din's and Bosky chest, so we don't necessarily need to come back. You can just do this in one go. So that's, well, yeah.
Wow. Oh wow, wow.
Well, I mean, you need to come back in because you need the key from Morpha. But
Yeah.
you don't need to come back with ZL again. And you can also skip Darklink. Speaking about Darklink, Jackstronomy is currently fighting Darklink. Enigmatic Hylian trying to fetch the song from Composer's Grave, hoping that it is Nocturne. And Chuckles just got Nocturne from ice and is now heading into water. And probably not long until they grab Dins.
I guess now that we're in go mode and we are currently just rehashing the checks that we've already seen, now is a good time to shout out today's runners: Chuckles, Jackstronomy, Bossage, and Enigmatic Hylian.
We also have some amazing people working behind the scenes, the trackers. Did I put in the command correctly? Yes!
Yes, you did.
We have Ginger Sunny, we have Tonaltag, Procrastinator, and Malqui. Without them, this wouldn't be possible.
Yeah. The nice graphics you see as to which items our runners have wouldn't have been possible without the trackers, keeping a better eye on the runners and making sure you guys know what they have.
And also, shout out to my fellow co-commentator. I was going to put in the command, thanks Ginger Sunny. Sonic RPK hanging out with me in the booth here with this fantastic qualifying race, fantastic seed, a lot to talk about, just fun, pure entertainment.
Yeah. And we can't forget you either, Devin, being an amazing co-commentator, and
thank you very much.
Go check Devin out if you haven't already, and yeah.
So the only things we need to do after this is Shadow and Spirit. We know that we're going to get the mirror sheet out of Shadow. But Shadow is pretty much going to be full cleared anyway. Rarely can you ever skip 1 or 2 checks in this dungeon, given how the keys work out. But then Spirit is going to be rather quick.
I just hope the key layout in Shadow is either so nice we get all the keys front loaded and we just have to do Invisible Floor Master.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Or that it's so disgusting that we...
Chuckles has not crossed yet, no. But Chuckles is the first one in Shadow here.
Today I learned you can actually push the block in the water like that.
Huh.
But we know this is going to be your Dins.
Yeah, Jackstronomy's about to get the Dins too.
Do you think Jackstronomy is going to go and keep going to cross the wasteland first, or is going to go and
do you remember where Jax has set their Furor's wind?
Their Furor's is currently in GTG.
Right. mean, I could see them just go back and cross.
Oh wait, Jax is in Spirit?
It's in Spirit.
Do they have Song of Time?
Oh, they have Song of Time.
Oh!
I could swear that was not there like a second ago. So that's the Dins. So Enigmatic Hylian is currently crossing the wasteland and does not have. Did they do Composer's Grave? I cannot tell.
Enigmatic Hylian has got a Kona's song according to their tracker. So they have done it.
Okay.
But this cross is most likely either looking for
Looking for Nocturnes.
Nocturne or just to set Feroz Wind.
I mean, you just do both.
Yeah, why not both?
Why not both? That's a boss key in Shadow. That's pretty early, so we don't need to worry about that anymore. But we're not looking too good on small keys. There has been no small keys so far, so this has to be one. Because the next door is a key door. Yeah, Chuckles was in Ice first. And Chuckles was there with one blue fire from Ganon's. Like, you really, like, I think if you have a free bot and you're in Ganon's, you want to just catch a bot of blue fire regardless of if you actually need it or not. Just because you might need it. Like, there's always a chance. And Ice Cavern is just so much faster if you already bring blue fire into it. And we know there's nothing else in here other than the song. But like, Bossage is still doing checks in Ice because they don't have light arrows. They're kind of catching for the light arrows here.
And Jackstronomy will be in the same position. They're going to be doing the full clearing Ice Cavern just because they're here. They're going to do the checks, saves them having to come back.
Wait, but oh wait, no, it was Enigmatic Hylian and Chuckles who already have light arrows. Yeah. So Jackstronomy is going to lose a little bit of time here in Ice too. But it's like, wanting to full clear Ice here is fair game. I don't think that's bad. Like, you don't want to. You could theoretically also set Feroz here, but you don't really want to, well, lose the Feroz in Spirit if you still want to cross for, like, trying to get Nocturne from there. But, like, Ice, like, you're going to get Nocturne in Ice, so. You kind of don't want to, like, if you have set Feroz in Spirit, you don't want to ruin it. You really want to get back there after Shadow. That is something round. That's a bomb refill down there. Yeah, you need like to go mode Ice. You actually need light arrows.
Yeah. I'm somewhat surprised that Jackstronomy and Bossage isn't there for full clear water. Looking for ice arrows. Not ice arrows, light arrows. But at the same time, I guess it's Water Temple, you can come back. It's not like it's Ice Cavern, it's not like it's some of these other locations that are harder to get back to once you're there.
Yeah. And Bossage grabbing the Nocturne here. So let's go and do Shadow.
Yeah, and we're not going to see a Go Mode Shadow once you've got all the keys here either, because, again, missing updates, you don't want to orphan checks, so if you're in the area, you're going to do them anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't, like, you can't even use Feroz to compensate for that, because your Feroz is probably in Spirit at this point, and you don't want to cross a second time. don't want to lose that. That's just a huge time save. Yeah, the rest is just like I think we need to fill quite some air here because there's just going to be 2 go mode dungeons.
Yeah.
Also, I have a problem with buffering again.
I guess at this point, even though most of the people here may have been watching from the start, we could talk about what the Scribs tournament actually is, just for those who may have joined us later on.
Yeah, we certainly could have done that in between too, but
yeah.
So the Scrubs tournament is organized by the Scrubs Central community, and it is a way to provide a competitive racing environment for people who maybe just started out with the game or just want to get their feet wet in competitive racing. Well, we focus mainly on like setting a spotlight on developing runners, who we also like to call Scrubs. That's why that's the whole idea behind Scrubs Central is that. Yeah, we're going to like support developing runners starting out competitively, and this is the second of 7 live qualifiers that we're going to have over the month of August.
15 live qualifiers.
Oh yeah, you're right. And there's also the opportunity to have 7 offline quals if you can't make all the quals. You need at least 5 quals completed without forfeits to be able to get a shot at qualifying for brackets. But you can do up to 7, leading to your 2 worst scores getting dropped.
Yeah, Scrubs, as a way to help developing runners get better and to have that environment, the settings are changed. For example, 1450 skills are disabled, 1500 horseback archery is also disabled. We set claim.
Yeah, go ahead.
We set claim check to be just claim check to claim check
sequence.
Yeah. So that becomes a sometimes hint. And we also start with the lens of truth. If you're familiar with the Ocarina of Time Randomizer League settings, then you will remember it's more or less the same thing, except we have the same tricks as the weeklies and as the tournaments to try and provide as close to a similarity to what the season tournaments are going to be, just so that we can give that step up.
Wait, Chuckers? Oh no, Chuckers was a really good way to do the fast fan room, which is not that easy to pull off. Like you have to have precise movement.
It's one of those optimization tricks you just have to keep grinding and keep trying to learn. Yeah, one day they will have to learn more skills, but we want it to be. I don't know what the best word to describe it is.
To describe what? Sorry. Wait, we got finishers in between? When did the first person finish?
When?
I completely blanked on that. Oh, Cariosa finished first place with a time of 2:35. And Alexis just finished with a 2:38. Wow.
GG's to both of them.
GG's.
Yeah, like we said, this is a fast AD seed.
Yeah. In order to actually create a competitive environment for developing runners, the bracket stage is not going to consist of like Challenge Cup level or top 32 level players. So because we mainly want to spotlight the people starting out. So yeah. just so you know. Like, we're going to make sure that there's no one, like, in there tearing up the brackets.
Avio has also finished in third place with a time of 2 hours, 39 minutes, and 36 seconds.
Yeah, people are slowly reining in now. Very slowly. Makes sense, given how quick the seed was and for how long it has been going already. And Sponge finishes.
Yeah. GG's to Sponge. Mirror Shield is actually in Shadow Temple. It's Invisible's Floor Master. The nickname you used for that check, Devon?
Which one?
Invisible Floor Master.
What did I use? Oh, sorry, I got distracted for like a second. Can you ask again, please?
What was the nickname that you used for
the Floor
it?
Master is called the Manager of Shadow Temple. I didn't dub them that way, but that's like people know that. I think it's like it's kind of funny.
The manager is in the back.
And Ryukane finishing with a time of 2:40:59.
GG's.
Plays GG. You can't always have the same people winning. Except for Karius. Like, the people that are good in this game are also really consistent. So it doesn't surprise me at all to see the same names over and over again. Although it's kind of frustrating running against them yourself, because like you feel like you're close enough, but someone is going to beat you all the time.
Yeah.
But the people on Restream are actually not that far behind here.
Yeah, the only thing that's going to slow down Bossage and Jackstronomy is is the fact that they don't have light arrows.
Yeah, so they have to go ask Uncle Ganon where the letters are, and then go back Child, go back to Lost Woods, and then go back Adult. That's going to take a little bit of time.
Claim check led to the Hover Boots D-Flare. Which, as we know, are kinda required for this steed.
Oh, Bossage is attempting the fast fan route too. And using nut strats, that's cool. And they got it. Nice.
And Drew has finished in 6th place with a time of 2 hours, 43 minutes, and 6 seconds. GG. Where are you hoping light towers are if you're Jax or Bossage?
I'm actually before the restream, damn it. Also, if you have to abbreviate my name, please call me Devon. Thanks.
Did I say dare?
No, you didn't.
Oh.
Wizard.
Okay, sorry.
That's definitely obviously the name part of my name. So.
But no, if you were Jax or Bossage, where would you be hoping light arrows are at this point?
I would just hope that he says my castle, so I can just pick them up from Light Trial. Like, that's the quickest thing you can do.
Yeah.
But, like, we can reach every place in the game that we have not done yet. So like I wouldn't be worried about like them being anywhere.
They can't be on Twin Rover because Spirit is dead.
Spirit
But-
is
Where would you say is the worst location for those light arrows in their position?
Ice. If
They've
you've
got-
already done ice and you didn't have the walls up there, you need to climb again.
You've
That's
already done ice. You've already full cleared ice.
Or like if you full if you full clear ice, then like maybe well.
Oh.
Maybe.
Well,
Colossus Arch would be Colossus Arch would. That wouldn't be too terrible because you know you get your Requiem and you just like walk a little bit, warp a couple times and you're done. At this point, none of like they could also be like deep in GTG, right? Theoretically.
yeah, like
Nest or toilet.
yeah, that would also be disgusting checks. We obviously know it's target in the woods, but the runners, Bossage and Jackstronomy don't. Therefore, it is.
Oh, because we never saw the Skull Mask hint. Ganondorf could just point to Lost Woods on Skull, like Light Arrows being on Skull Mask.
Oh,
do you
no.
really, like, do you like try to grab them from? Well, looking at like I would actually try to metagame here. Like a lot of people have already finished. Is it really on Skull Mask? Honestly.
If you haven't found a hint for it by now, either they did it blind, in which case props to them, or
Or it was just easier to get them.
yeah. So I could see if they're planning on risking it, they don't do Skull Mask, they orphan it. But if they plan,
Wait, did we see the hint in front of Spirit? Is the hint in front of Spirit actually Skull Mask? But like, do you really go check hints at this point? Because you just go into Spirit, clear it, and you're done.
I would maybe check the hint stone just in case, because we're still missing hints. I usually when I check hints, I don't stop checking hints until I know every hint.
Like Skull Mask hint doesn't really matter at this point.
Yeah.
It tells you what layers are anyway. Like, it's 2 checks in Lost Woods versus like most of GTG potentially versus most of like stuff in well like.
I could see our runners.
Gamble.
I could see our runners going and getting Skull Mask, because the fast times they could be metagaming on the fact that they got a hint that it says it was light arrows on Skull Mask. Seisei has finished in 8th place with a time of 2 hours, 47 minutes and 9 seconds, and FMZ Gun finishes 30 seconds later. GG's to them both.
Sidru on 7th place with a time of 2 hours, 45 minutes and 59 seconds.
Damn.
Keyboard warrior. Yeah, FMZ plays on keyboard. And always has been.
Mm-hmm.
Chocker's going for the lensless wasteland play here.
Makes sense. You've got Nocturne. You can set FW here.
Wait.
You've done
Shadow.
Shadow, so it. Ignore us. You're crossing it for the first time.
And the last time too.
Yeah. You don't need to cross it any more times. You also don't need to pick up Song of Time from here. So you can just walk in and not have to walk right out.
Yeah, you can walk into Spirit and be done with the seed essentially. So Chuckles might actually take first place on the restream here. Like they already have light arrows. There's no reason to do anything else in the game other than just beating Rover at this point. But Bossage has Feroz set in spirit, right? So
Yeah, so they can just
they can
They
just
can-
bob over there, and they're like really close. Like Chuckers and Bossage are really close right now.
Bossage could just walk back into Shadow Temple and Feroz Wind into Spirit. I don't.
Yep.
They're behind because they don't have light arrows, which means they have to age change. But
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. So like Chuckers is actually, I think, going to take it here on Restream.
our runners are going to be very close together. Is all I can say.
That's true. Like just a couple of minutes apart here. Oh no, silence.
We're in 2 barren dungeons, and we're in the other 2 are in a dungeon that we've already seen.
Yeah, it's just execution at this point.
I don't think there is anything else we can talk about really about this seed.
I could just ask you, what was your favorite moment this season?
I don't really know. Like, I guess us being, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite moment. It's just all blended into being interesting.
Yeah. My favorite moment was probably like the strength upgrade on Phantom Ganon. That was like that was like you knew there was another strength upgrade available, but that still like gives you like you have to think about like, do I go for Pierre or not? Like two already.
Well, at that point, you kind of do go for strength 3 because
But then it was bait, so you could have not only like just saved yourself from doing Light Trial, but also climbing in fire at all. Like just fire and water were actually really nice this scene because you could just go in, get the boss key, and get out.
Do we have boss key in Spirit Temple?
Did we get him? Did we get the boss key?
Based on how Chuckles is playing, I'm going to assume we have boss key.
Oh yeah, that looks nice. That's nice.
So Spirit Temple is just very quick.
Very quick. Yeah, all of the dungeons have been quick. Like all of the dungeons that could have been quick were quick. And Dubodeka finished 10th place with a time of 2 hours, 52 minutes, and 46 seconds. GG.
GG's. And GG's rounding out our top 10.
Yeah, there's still 80 more people to go, though. Take a look here.
Gogeta has finished in 11th place with a time of 2 hours, 53 minutes, and 4 seconds.
I'm really
Would you
curious
consider...
as to where a lot of other runners are, but I want to focus on the restream, so I'm not going to look it up.
Would you consider that a snipe between Deca and Gogeta?
It's less than 40 seconds, so yeah, probably. That's a snipe, pretty much. Like, I would say that everything that's like in range of the length of the last cutscene before you can do the final hit on Ganon is what you would call a snipe. And that takes a couple of seconds. I don't know how exactly how long it is, but that's the cutscene that definitely feels the longest in any scene.
Because your opponent could just finish at any time.
You're just praying that you don't get sniped. Like that's like the worst feeling. Like being on the last cutscene and getting sniped by a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you actually start to think after the race, like if I just didn't fail this trick once, or if I just went there first,
If I did
all
this
these
instead of
minor
that.
these minor things that lost you a couple of seconds actually, well, costing you the race. It's best to not get into that mindset at all.
We don't have boss key. Chuckles was just rushing because
Wait a minute, Chuckles picked up fire arrows.
it was on Hot Rodder.
Oh yeah, the one I was confused. I actually had seen the bleed now from yesterday because fire arrows were on top of the arch. I was like, wait, did Chuckles get fire arrows from top of the arch? No, that was yesterday. Confusion.
Yeah. Yeah. At least we're still talking about the seed, and there. I guess is the best thing I can say.
And Jack's trying to be making quick work of Bongo here with that bigger one sword. Just really handy to have here.
Can someone put away the rifle? We've just had another snipe. Yo-Yo
That's
finishes
7
in.
seconds. Oh,
Yeah.
That's...
Yo-Yo Kanari finishes in 12th place with a time of 2 hours, 55 minutes, and 32 seconds. 7 seconds later, Felixoid has finished in 13th place with a time of 2 hours, 55 minutes, and 39 seconds.
Yeah, it seems that a lot of people are coming in now just below the 3-hour mark.
Icola has finished in 14th place with a time of 2 hours, 56 minutes, and 32 seconds. And
Sniped!
sniping Saria's object, who gets a time of 2 hours, 56 minutes, and 38 seconds. Oh my god.
Wait, so where's the boss key spirit then?
It's adult. You know where the iron knuckle is as adult?
Yeah.
Stairs just for that.
Just before that.
Yeah.
Okay, so invisible chests.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Chuckles actually made a little routing error here in Spirit. Maybe they were hoping for the boss key to just be up there.
Hoping for it to be early, but
So actually Bossage cut in front of him now. But still doesn't have the light arrows. So Chuckles is still in the lead here.
Mello has finished in 16th place with a time of 2 hours, 57 minutes, and 10 seconds. GG's. For us, Wind was in Trial 2.
Everyone's favorite.
Master Alex finishes in 17th place with a time of 2 hours, 57 minutes, and 54 seconds. Enigmatic Hylian, why are you... Do you not have... Bosky was early in Shadow, wasn't it?
I think so.
And Enigmatic Hylian has light arrows, so maybe just...
Sometimes you just do stuff out of habit.
Yeah.
I could totally. Sometimes I just walk into a room that I don't need to go in and I'm like, wait, why am I doing this? Happens. The brain does weird things sometimes.
Yeah, unfortunately you got the wrong boots on Vigor if you wanted to do Water Temple.
Hover boots were actually pretty much meaningless until you actually got into Shadow. I mean, they could have saved you some time in water. But...
Apparently, fire was hovers locked, though.
Fire was hovers locked, yeah, but most people don't need that. And both Chuckles and Bossage are on the Twin Rover fight first phase right now. Just going into second phase here. Very nicely executed by both of them so far. That's double magic and spirit, by the way.
Yep. That tells us that magic is magic locked, which... Is it?
I mean, it's a Baron Spirit, so it has to. That was exactly what we were talking about, right?
Hold on. Let's...
Yeah, it is magic locked because... Wait, no. Is it?
Is it?
Now I'm confused.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because you have to cross the wasteland. Because you need magic for crossing the wasteland.
Oh yeah, you need to cross...
Yeah, I don't even think about that anymore.
Oh boy. Yes, that is bad, because... And Requiem is locked by... Spirit Temple. So... Oh my... Did anyone get first magic and spirit? Not on Restream.
I mean, you could have. You can cross, and you can use strength 2 to get it, and then you can just get that. So you actually can. But like with Spirit Foolish, you don't. Like you don't want to do that.
No.
I would be very surprised if anyone did that. Like. I mean, you could go into Spirit while you then look for the boss key, because you need to do that anyway at some point. But, like, it's not that you're going to get anything helpful other than an out-of-logic magic at that point. So, like, that feels like a little bit risky, but it's certainly better than, like, if you forget about, Lake, and you just, like, do it by chance and get your magic, and then you bait out.
Imosuda has finished in 18th place with a time of 3 hours, 2 minutes, and 12 seconds.
GG's.
GG's. Yeah, nobody's going to do it before getting Mirror out of actually magic locked Shadow.
Yeah, there seems to be a trend, though, developing like fairly recently, where people just decide it's a good idea to skip Child Lost Woods. I can get behind it. It's slow. But boy, is it punishing if you leave something.
Yeah.
It's like, you're there, Rain. Why not do it? Why not do all you can? Yeah, like Strength 3, like if you do Forest before Fire, Strength 3 is actually optional. And then, yeah, that was hard bait. Like,
because Chuckles didn't set Fool's Wind in Spirit and only had to cost the one time, their Fool's Wind was still in Galen's Castle. So once they got the key.
Whoa!
That is...
Yeah, I mean, Bossage is going to get to Ganondorf first, but he still doesn't have the light arrows.
Yeah, you're going to find out where they are.
Yep. So, looks like Chuckles is actually going to take first on Restream here.
I'm not going to speculate nothing. Because you could just have a bad Ganon, a bad Ganondorf, and that slows you down.
But we're talking like several minutes of just pure slowdown here, right? And we have big Goron Sword too, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, Bossage does not have the light arrows.
And the other problem is it's going to be nighttime, so I mean we have Sun Song, so we can change time of day if they're going to go for Skull Mask. But are they going to check Skull Kid? We just got Saria's song.
Wait, where is Saria's song?
Saria's song was on Prelude.
Yeah, okay, so that's kinda on the way.
I haven't even had another snipe.
Oh yeah, that's an even closer one. Goldfish finishing 20th place and sniping Why So Epic by 3 seconds with times of 3:05:09 and 3:05:12 respectively.
Can I just point out, Alfalfa finishes in 19th place with a time of 4 minutes and 54 seconds.
That's the 15th snipe.
We have a double snipe.
Oh my god, we got another snipe.
What?
Yeah.
Louis Ferns finishes in 22nd place with a time of 3 hours, 5 minutes and 40. Creative Username finishes 6 seconds after in 23rd place.
Dude, all the snipes. All the Widowmaker names. Sorry, I have to pull up an Overwatch again. It's just they are everywhere. Everyone just sniping away.
I mean, you should have played Mercy, but
I mean, you're probably not going to out-snipe a Widow with Mercy.
True.
That's just my opinion. Chuckers could get sniped. Like, there's still like 60 people in this race, more than 60 people. 70. Like more like 70.
The chance of being sniped is higher than you think.
And Bossage actually not going for Skull Mask, yet going for the target right away, getting light arrows immediately, and going back adult to
He did do Skull Kid though, so
that's fair. Like that's not terrible.
Yeah, that's not bad. You just got Saria's song. It could be that Light Arrows was just locked behind doing all the dungeons anyway.
Yeah. And a very clean Ganon phase 2 from Chuckles. Get your GGs ready, chat. That was really clean. It is risky to not go for
we have
that is the snipe! Man. What? And Sage too! That's a double snipe on restream! Ah!
Stuckman finishes in 24th place with a time of 3 hours, 7 minutes and 36 seconds. Sage finishes 25th, 3:07:46. Chuckles finishes 26th place with a time of 3:07:58. GG's to everyone.
Really, really fantastic times on the seed. And also, that's like 10 and 12 seconds respectively. Like, all the snipes, dude. All of them.
Oh my word.
I wonder if we will get them for an interview.
I wonder too.
Really good time.
But no, first on restream, you have to be happy with that.
Yeah, 100%.
Brax has finished in 27th place with a time of 3 hours, 8 minutes and 59 seconds.
Yeah, Enigmatic's Hylian's audio should be fine.
Yeah, it's clean audio. They seem to have no mic, no camera, or chat. Has Coffee is finished in 28th place with a time of 3 hours, 9 minutes, and 31 seconds. GG's.
Compared to Chaka's audio, it's actually pretty quiet. I mean, I'm not listening to restream because I don't want to hear myself talking.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that bait was really hard to dodge though. We had some people doing fire before forest, I think.
But we are now joined for an interview by Chuckles. GG.
Hello. Oh, I'm shaking. Like, my heart is literally racing. It's that was a weird seed. Zeal-less water. Requiem-less spirit.
Yeah.
It was a disgusting seed, but it was also a fairly nice seed, don't you think?
I think I got lucky, I think, with a couple of items that I just randomly walked into. Like the magic in Lake Hylia. I thought, I'm going to get Pierre before going to fight, because the last 10 seeds I've done, the boss key's been on Pierre. So I was like, I'll get that. And I was like, oh, might as well just do fishing. Might as well just do that. Oh, magic. Okay. All right. That's one less item to get. But yeah, I thought, I really didn't know where I would finish. I thought I might have, because it seemed like a lot of people before me just finished 2-3 minutes before me. So we're all sort of clumped together.
Yeah.
There were a couple of things I could have avoided. Bottom of the well, bait of the well, should I say. Yeah, just a little bit of messiness. But I think looking at the people who are above me, they're pretty good people. So I'm kind of impressed. I'm kind of pleased with myself. Bossage was in my division for the league. I'm happy I've beaten him. That's all I was
nice.
doing.
Yeah, and that's Bossage done. GG's.
Yeah. GG's. JLo Yoshi finishes in 29th with a time of 3 hours, 11 minutes, 11 seconds. Bossage finishes 30th, 3 hours, 12 minutes, and 16 seconds. GG's to them both. We'll see if we can get Bossage on for an interview. Sorry about that.
No, don't worry.
And another snipe. We're all the snipes today.
Oh, the snipe.
I mean, with close to 100 racers, that's pretty much to be expected.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. The
amount of another snipe. It just never stops.
So what happened on the restream? Did I lose time much anywhere, or what was the shenanigans on the restream?
Well, you were ahead of Bossage just purely based on the fact that you already had light arrows, but Bossage had to pick them up after getting the light arrow hint. Otherwise, you were pretty much neck and neck. At some point in the seed, it was hard to tell because everyone was actually really close, and there was a couple of things that someone had, and there was single, but it was, in terms of items, you were all pretty much on the same train. But in terms of having progression done, some had done Jabu, some had done Forest first. It was really well balanced. So I think we actually managed to pick a really good selection for restream.
That boomerang placement kind of threw me because I didn't do Valley Lake to start off with.
Yeah.
And I kind of walked into that as well. I was like, oh, boomerang. Okay, well, I'm leaving this then. I was like, oh my god, I've got to do Valley. I've got to get the chicken. I've got to do treasure chest game. And then I was just like, boomerang. Oh, nice. Yeah, that I was actually when I got ZL, I was really hoping to walk into Song of Time before I walked into Nocturne. So I knew Dins was in water. And I didn't want to have to leave my Feroz Wind before, after Dartling, if it was in River, and that would have really pained me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
having that Feroz available and set in Ganon's was really huge for you too.
Yeah,
Feroz
I was looking
Shadow
for
Trial 2.
too, and I was like, I know where I'm putting this. I'm putting this at the top of the tower.
Yep.
And we're now also joined by Bossage. GG's.
Hi, Bossage. Or not. You might be on mute.
Sadly, we cannot hear you. Discord says you're talking, but... We still can't hear you. And Tomato Soup, 36th place with a time of 3:15:20. Really solid. GG's. We still can't hear you, Bossage.
Now, so Cariosa won. I'm not surprised whatsoever.
Yeah.
They're just absolutely tearing it up. Cariosa, Ryu Kane, they're just absolutely destroying every race at the moment. So. I really like that Iron Boots in GTG as well. I just walked into GTG, got the Iron Boots. I'm leaving GTG. Bye. See you later. Go to water.
Yeah, because
really funky scene.
No, barely missing the one cycle, like one hit was missing for Enigmatic Hylian. Okay, it seems that Bossage cannot hear us either. That's weird.
Test.
Yeah, Felix, for me, that boom. Terrific. If that boomerang was in bottom of the well, I would have been like, I'm just doing everything this seed, apparently.
well, it was nearly a World Tour seed. Unfortunately, it was just an AD seed.
Yeah.
But, it was actually base of the well, not bottom of the well. You didn't get anything, and the only thing you would have gotten was gold scale, which was locked anyway.
Yeah, that was another weird thing. Like getting the dead hand hint and knowing that, all the ZL shenanigans. Like, well, I need the Iron Boots. There's no way I'm getting gold scale before finishing water. So I've got to get that Iron Boot somewhere. Well, look at that, three in, 28 seconds. Crazy. Oh, and Zeno as well.
I don't really have any questions to ask.
It's one of those seeds where it almost ran itself. There was not much. This is why I'm not surprised that so many people are finishing all at the same time.
Yeah.
In this sort of midsection, because I think we've all must have done very, very similar things. Got items in very similar locations and doing the same sort of route sort of thing. Yeah, we had a bit of a tour for that spirit boss key. I'm going to bomb it to the top, and hopefully it's down this side. No.
It's not, no. That was a risk. It was probably, I don't know. It was a bit of a calculated risk, but it wasn't that well calculated.
If I found the boss key up there, it would have worked. But you need to find the boss key up there, otherwise it's definitely just slow.
Yeah, the boss key was so nice and so terrible in fire, like at the same time.
Yeah, that because when I looked at it when I opened it, I didn't even register it. I just assumed I'm going all the way up.
Yeah.
and then it was there, and I was like, oh,
Wait, that's surprising. Yeah.
I can walk through the door. I can kill the fire snake now.
Mm-hmm.
I had a
And
good moment where enigmatic.
yep, Enigmatic Hylian has finished.
That
3
plays
hours,
hardly speaking.
3 hours, 19 minutes, and 38 seconds. GG's. I guess. What are your thoughts on the settings then? On what we're using for the Scrubs tournament? Because this isn't the normal weekly setting. This is a Scrubs tournament setting. What do you think about them? Are they good? Are they bad?
They're very. I've been in the leagues, and they're very similar to the league setting, except for consumables being on instead of off, and the dodgy logic that's in league. So I feel like I've done this sort of set of settings for quite a while now, and I kind of feel like I know where I am with them. I think when you've got open deku, I prefer having consumables off, because it makes you just think a little bit about what to do if you spawn in Kiri Forest. Because you need like 70 rupees really to get all the schools and get a shield to do deku. But if you've just got everything,
yell as a
you've got the
giant
shield already, and you've got the sticks already, you spawn in deku, it's like, I'm just going to walk into the deku tree. I think when Season 4 was happening, I was very much, open deku tree.
It's kind of alarming.
These shenanigans with the Kokiri saw, how dare they?
Oh god, that
And now
was
I'm like, yeah, close deku. Like, I like having a little bit of a quest. I like, and I quite like doing early, like a really quick adult one as well. I like just doing Kakariko, because then I know how much I need to do for my child one. Like, how extensive do I need to go? And I think with that sort of style of play, I think closed deku fits that more. So for more selfish reasons, I prefer closed deku.
Holy.
Jackstronomy has finished, although they're yet to dot done.
I'm surprised.
Wow, that was looking for 47th place. Wow,
is
that
out of the
was really
toilet
good, though.
after our Friday practice, where they last.
Still a good time.
So, GG's Jax.
Jackstronomy finishing with a time of 3 hours, 21 minutes, and 54 seconds. GG's.
Yeah, actually still making the top half of this race, given that there's 96 people in here.
Not many forfeits as well. I don't know when people just saw like ZL on AD that was like, nah, not doing that.
Just forfeit immediately.
Yeah.
Instant flashbacks to last night.
Yeah, that's it. Like I was watching the restream last night because this is my first race, and when I saw the ZL hit, I was like, again, no.
Yeah, it was. It felt like we just we shuffled a few things around, but it was the same seed from yesterday.
Yeah. I almost thought, have I just loaded the same seed again? Like,
Yeah.
I kind of enjoyed Kakariko early on because I knew it was Way of the Hero, and then I was like, okay, Sun Song is that Way of the Hero in Kak, and then I can't remember what else is Way of what else did we get in Kak? The claim check wallet, Sun Song, and I was like, wow, which one of these rubbish items is Way of the Hero?
Wait, I actually didn't pay that much attention to CAG, so was it actually the claim check Way of the Hero?
So there was a bow in Kak,
Oh yeah,
and I don't think I picked up another bow.
We have not seen any other bows, I'm pretty sure.
So, but the claim check had the hover boots,
Yeah,
so that was definitely Way of the Hero.
that was a big one.
Yeah, I kind of felt a little bit lucky. So I went up I completely forgot that Bolero was on Bolero. So I was like, before I go to Minuet, I'll go and pick up the song in the crater. I was like, oh, it's Bolero. Oh, I knew that. Oh no. And then I did go on then.
And we got Jackstronomy in for an interview too. GG's.
GG's, thank you.
GG's, Jax.
Thank you. You see, it wasn't in the toilet, it's fine.
That's what I just said. Jax is out of the toilet, I'm happy.
Yeah, that was, I'm just like, do we have to? Are all of the quals gonna have Zelda's Lullaby and OOT?
We don't know yet.
Maybe the offline plandos don't. I mean, offline qualifiers.
Yeah, you could plan them and make sure they don't. That's an option.
We're also joined by Enigmatic Hylian. GG's.
GG's. Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Yeah. Ooh.
What a fun seed that was.
Wasn't it? It was really. It was great to watch as well.
Honestly, that one wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Yeah, the hints are really good this seed. Like, if we didn't have those Way of the Heroes and stuff, like, I felt like the seed could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, that Waterway the hero.
Yeah, I would have
Nobody would have played water.
I would have
Everybody's
Yeah,
still looking for Din's Fire if we don't have that Waterway the hero.
Yeah, absolutely.
That changes a lot. That's true.
Yeah, absolutely, and also just knowing from the very beginning that you are going to the back of Shadow for your mirror shield.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I can never find the mirror shield for some reason, so having that hint, I'm like, this is my seed, this is my seed.
Yeah, very early on the
Gambled
hint
the
was kind of
Strength
wonky.
3 hint as well. That didn't really pay off, but I'm sure a lot of people went after that, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I definitely went up and pushed that right away. It did pay off because I went straight into Ganon's castle after Forest because, okay, look, have some golds, go there.
Oh, I
Yeah,
never
he-
picked up Strength 3. What was that hint?
Both of the bomb grotto hints in Field were telling you that Pierre has strength.
Oh, I was done with hints when I did, because I did those quite late, and I knew I was missing one sometimes hint, and the school mask hint, but I did school mask anyway, and it was
Yeah, well,
nothing.
I got that one like when I knew it was irrelevant, but
Yeah.
yeah,
same.
that entire thing was like me finding Boomerang and me finding those hints that set me down to find Boomerang were entirely because I screwed up my time of day, which is the only time I ever play well is when I screw up time of day. I'd have to go
Yeah.
check something that ends up magically making my seed. But no, overall,
So you guys went all the way up to up fire then to get that strength.
yeah,
Yeah, I had Strength 2, and I planned on going to the Ganon's castle next anyways, because it would have been my 4th medallion, so, I just went to the top of fire, got Strength 3 on Pia. It was my Strength 3 at least. I already had silvers at that point. And I thought there would be, like, long shot behind there, but,
no,
not
just
behind
sitting
gold.
out there,
Yeah,
just sitting there.
wasted some time, but hey, I don't regret making that decision.
Yeah, it was a tough call to make. Like if there's something light run, you do Ganon's castle first, and then you end up not finding anything. Do you wish that you actually picked up that Strength 3? But it turns out that you could have actually easily done that and skipped all of that crap, all of that fire nonsense.
Yeah, because I got the boss key and stopped climbing, so I'm pretty happy I didn't pick up that hint. And in essence, lucky that the long shot was just in the water trial. Like, if that was in the light trial, then yeah, I'm not doing deep fire. I'm not doing that because I stopped reading hints.
Yeah. Excited to keep going with this though. This was it's a good run. I didn't. My goal was to not do something completely stupid, and I think I succeeded at that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, for an all dungeon sea, I don't think this sea was that bad.
Yeah, it definitely was faster than your usual AD seed.
Yeah, I don't know what my personal best for an ADC is. But
Well,
It's
I
gotta
could
be-
imagine that a lot of people actually got their PB in ADC today or yesterday.
Yeah.
To be honest, I might have.
Apparently there were 2 bells in GTG.
Oh, was there?
Yeah. Oh, another 3-second snipe here. TJ and Aston. Like, everyone's just on the snipes.
Just an absolute flood here because,
Yeah.
again, it wasn't actually that badly laid out.
Yep.
Do you hear me?
Oh, we hear you.
Oh,
Finally.
Finally. Welcome
GG's
back.
Bossage.
GG. Figuring out the settings was more difficult than the race.
Yeah, Discord sometimes with Windows updates. Or I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, it was use PlayStation controller, and that was the problem. I need to disconnect that one. That was causing the problems.
That's so weird.
I do have one question for you, Bossage. Because when you found Iron Boots in GTG, you continued into GTG. Did you forget that the only item you were missing had to be in Water Temple, or...
No, so this was the biggest thing. It was more for the light arrows, because I was scared that when I need to go back to GTG, and also in Ice, I did all of Zora Fountain and Ice Cavern, because I didn't want to go back for lights. So it was more...
Yeah, but like with GTG, like, I mean, you had access to everything else. You had all the hints, so you could have just safely gone for the light arrows hint and saved a bunch of time.
No, that's true. I think that was the biggest. What did it take? 15 minutes or more, maybe. But yeah, overall, very happy.
I think with the Iron Boots being so early on, if you had like a little bit of GTG left, I think, yeah, because getting to GTG, especially if you don't have the horse, can't remember where Epona song is.
Oh my god, we got a 0-second snipe.
Wow.
Oh
my gosh.
Is a sub 1 second snipe. That has to be... what is the closest time difference between two runners in a single UTA race? I think that's going to be it.
Yeah.
I know the mods can actually go in and check it by the milliseconds as well. So it'd be interesting if somebody in race.
I mean, they're probably not going to have They're very unlikely to have finished on the same millisecond as well.
Yeah.
But
I'm
this is
just-
the closest you can get.
I'm just remembering another tournament where we had a tie less than 200 milliseconds. So
Yeah. I mean, in a qualifying race, that's not too bad. You're going to get, like, exactly the same amount of points, almost. But, like, in brackets, like in a 1v1 situation, you kind of have to replay the game then, right? Like, have a rematch.
I don't know how they're going to handle it.
By the way, I was scared that the light arrows were skull mask.
Oh, nobody got hinted that. Like we didn't really see a hint for it. So
It was it was like I got it out at Colossus and I just chucked it because I was like, I just want to know at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was prepping to do it just in case, but you know, by the time I found it was kind of too late. But I think it was like 10 bombs on it or something.
Yeah, it's bombs.
Yeah. One of the runners in Restream, I can't remember who exactly was, but they actually checked Blind Skull Mask.
Yeah, I did Skull Mask.
Yeah.
Because I handed in, because I always get the key to mask when I do
Market.
market. And then I did chickens quite early on, I think, and I gave the key to mask in. And I just slowly picked up the school mask, and then I was in the area. I was like, this could be interesting. The other thing I did, I don't know if you saw, was the Epona-less Big Poe snipe that I got.
yeah,
I was thinking, if this is Iron Boots, I'm setting off all my bomb shoes.
could not. Well, it could have been Iron Boots if Epona's was crossing the wasteland.
Yeah.
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 I
So
would have exploded.
I mean, it didn't take too much time, so I feel that's fair. Like, sometimes you just have to, like, make these little gambles to push yourself ahead.
Yeah, I was only, because it's like a 40% chance or something to get big pose.
Yeah, might as well just, like, try it once, and if it doesn't...
That's it. I mean, if it was a normal Poe, that's it. I was just going, but I got it. That's the first time I've ever got it as well. So.
Nice.
Nice.
Did more persons 3 double trip to Water Temple for bins? or first get ZL and then go back?
I double dipped. I got ZL and then went back.
I mean, you were required to logically were required to double dip because like key logic.
I think you literally had to double dip because you ended up with one key
Yeah,
after
exactly.
doing the 3 non-ZLs, and you were able to get a key off of Morpha, but you would have, I think technically
Yeah.
you still have to walk back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. So I after defeating Morpha, I got 2 keys and I got back to do Dark Link and the 3 checks. Hopefully that the Din's Fire was there, but it
Yeah, but
wasn't.
then you
so-
didn't go for boss key chest. That was kind of surprising, honestly. Like, you go all the way through Dark Link with the Song of Time you already had from Crossing, but then you don't check boss key chest. Like,
Can you check that?
You can actually. I'm glad I
you
waited
don't need
because
to like that as long as you have the keys. You can just like dive down and
the air pocket's always there.
Okay.
I'm just glad I
Good
forgot.
note.
I'm just glad I put it off because I just completely blanked on saving before spending the keys on Dark Link, and I'm like,
oh,
good thing I waited because I don't remember the last time I saved.
yes.
I think
So
not
that's-
mattering, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I always save about 4 times before checking the box.
I have lost 20 minutes of progress or more to that before.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a bunch of nerves mistakes in there. There was a bunch of returning to my home at the Void Up Plane in Shadow Temple, but it was just fun to be in Qualis and be on Restream for the first time. That was awesome.
Yeah, we put on a good show.
Yeah, and you all did really, really well. This was an incredible seed.
I've got no further questions unless chat or my fellow co-commentator does.
Nothing from my side, actually. Like, there wasn't that much to talk about, right? Like we talked a lot, obviously, but like the seed was like all of our questions are basically answered. So yeah, nothing.
Yeah, it
to
must have
add.
been, in my opinion, it was one of the most straightforward AD seeds. It wasn't too complicated.
Yeah, it was really straightforward. This one.
It would have been a whole other story if we didn't have that water temple or the hero hint.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
these hints were very, very good. Like,
And
the only thing that was even a little bit spicy was the 10 skull big run. But
Yeah, I collected skulls pretty early. The other thing I
Yeah.
was pretty happy with was the spawn was in domain, and I was
and then the owl drop for the
yeah,
Well,
that tilts
like-
me. That does.
I'm just like, you know what? Just symmetry. It's just it's very nice.
Yeah, that was so funny. And I immediately hammer and hook shot the river.
I didn't do the domain checks to start off with, and when I read the Zora domain, it's
Yeah.
foolish. I was like,
Yeah, I did straight. I was the first thing I read. I'm like, yes, I didn't waste time there.
yeah, because you have to grind the rupees. And that's like,
I
Yeah.
think Aiden was actually the first one to just straight up play Minuet upon booting the game.
Yeah, I checked. I jumped out. I checked the first hint. I'm like, I don't feel like going down and grabbing the chicken and coming back in case River is foolish. It was the opposite.
yeah.
So I checked the first hint and then hit Minuet. It didn't actually. I mean, yeah, I think I don't know. Did that somehow end up in the integrated 10 minutes or something? Maybe. Who knows? But like, I don't think it didn't really end up hurting me that much. Because I found the river hint and I was able to warp straight back and do it later.
Yeah, because I got Prelude from the Sarius check, and then I played Prelude straight away. I was like, let's check the 4 hints at the thingy blobby, and then I'll just play Minuet again.
Yeah, as I think I went out and grabbed all the and just did got the OT hint. When did Deku? Because I'm like, I don't care what it is, I need it. And then
Did
this ended
you
up
all
being a
get-
really long child one.
Yeah, I think I spent about 45 minutes.
Yeah, I was like there
the
for
only
like
thing I
50
didn't
minutes.
do was Ally.
Yeah, me also 45, 50 minutes. Did you all take
Yeah.
the strength on Pierre?
Yeah, I grabbed
It
it.
was not needed, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even get the hint, so I didn't do it.
Massive. Not getting the hint would actually save you.
yeah.
Yeah,
went for
I
it.
saved about, what, 10 minutes maybe not getting that?
Yeah. Yeah, I put it off Fire Temple because I didn't want to double dip it when I got that hint. So I was like, I put it off until I got set Scarecrow Song because I didn't set it on Child 1.
Yeah, Thunder. Because it was nighttime when I started my adult 1, so I did DC before even going into Kakariko because Andrew doesn't like hang out, which is understandable. Kakariko is a bit of a nasty place at night. All those school chillers. Right, I'm gonna head.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the restream and commentating, and whoever had the unfortunate time of tracking me. Thank you for whoever that was.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Again,
being on the stream.
Yeah, this was
thank you very much.
awesome. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on here and doing all that stuff.
Yeah, I think we could just wrap things up then, I guess.
Yeah, was just about to start talking. Wanted to make sure everyone was done talking first. So, thank you to all of our thank you to all 4 of our runners. Thank you, Deadly Thunder in chat for putting in all the cans for me. Shoutouts to our runners, Chuckles, Jextronomy, Bossage, and Animatic Hylian. To our 2 commentators, Daredevil X and Sonic Arpika, and to our 4 trackers, Ginger Sunny, Tom will talk, Procrastinator ATN, Melky. Also, thank you to J-Bone for starting off the restream and rolling this delightful ADC. Coming up on the ZSR schedule, we have a couple more races today. We will shortly be grading over to Zelda Speedruns 2, which is currently doing a Link to the Past Randomizer Cross Keys Tournament 2021 Swiss Round 5 restream between Dracaris and Zelda-Desan. Then coming up at 2 p.m. Eastern in about just over an hour, over on ZSR 3, we'll have the Minish Cap Randomizer weekly rates. Actually, I think it'll be here in this channel. I can't read. Then at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight, we'll have another Cross Keys match between Tiso and GFE. And to wrap up the night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, we'll have a Zelda 2 Randomizer Standard Tournament 2021 Group D match between JJ Schmidt and Devious RNG. You can join the Scrubs Discord to learn more about the tournament, get notified for other qualifiers, and just get involved with the community. I am finding the link right now, and I'll obviously also just give us all a follow. Give all of our volunteers, our runners, and ZSR channels a follow. We are here on ZSR Main. We also have Zelda Speedruns 2, Zelda Speedruns _3, and Zelda Speedruns _4. That will be it for us tonight. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let's go see how that Cross Keys match is doing.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.